welcome everybody to another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All, the show that is for Panther fans by Panther fans. If you would like to be a part of the action, I posted the link in the YouTube chat, also in the Facebook chat. It is in the description of both the YouTube and Facebook video. And we're happy to have you, man. Listen, the Panthers are coming off of a W. They have a little bit of confidence now. I feel like the fans have a little more confidence right now. Hey, you need to let me know, man. Jump in the Streamyard. Tell us what you want to know or what you feel about the Carolina Panthers right now, and we'll get into it. I'm joined by some of the usuals, my favorite boys in the world to be here with on a Friday. First up, my man Panther Pickle. What's up, brother?
What's up, guys? Been a busy week this week, but it's all good. I do have a message about my space on Thursday that I got today from a listener, and I'll share it a little bit.
All right. Happy to have you, man. The spaces have been awesome. Follow my man Pickle and D's on Twitter for more info about the very frequent Twitter spaces or X spaces, I guess you would say, and how many they've been doing. Next up, my man is the brand ambassador of the C3 Panthers Podcast, waving the flag high and bright for everyone to see. It's my man Don D's Ill Skills. What's up, brother?
What is going on, brother Cody? Good to see you again here on the Friday Free for All. Missed last week with you. Hope you enjoyed your time off. You certainly deserved it, man. You're podcasting all the time. So big shout out to you for carrying the flag for these Panthers, brother, and C3 as well. Coming up Sunday, salute the service, guys. We got to appreciate all those that served in the military for us, protecting our freedoms in this great nation. And if you got the opportunity to go to the game, I suggest that you do. If you haven't been to a Salute the Service game, it's definitely worth the ticket price to get in there and pay tribute to all those that have held up our fine nation. So let's have a great time here tonight on the show.
It's going to be a great time, man. Happy to salute the service to all of those who served. I know Greg from the podcast has served. So, yeah, man, a lot of family and friends definitely have. And you know what? A lot of those C3 Nation members that you're talking about, they're going to be at the game, man. They're going to be here for this Panthers versus Colts extravaganza. Next up, it's my homie, one of the coolest dudes that I know is Jake the Snake. Jake, what's up, brother?
I had a tear come to my eye when you said that, Cody. Nah, I'm just glad to be here, y'all. I missed the game this past week, so y'all gonna have to get me called up. I mean, I heard our defense play lights out. I heard that Bryce Young had a pretty good game, and that Frankie Louvu balled out. Glad to hear that.
Oh, dude, Frankie Louvu is easily one of the best players on the Carolina Panthers' entire team, and he's been that way for a long time now. But hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. I said that we have some optimism, but not a lot of numbers today, man. It's a calm Friday. Only 4 people on the panel, 24 people right now. But we have to discuss this, man, because the Panthers are coming off of a W. We're facing an Indianapolis Colts team that gives up a lot of points. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask y'all, how are y'all feeling about the matchup against the Indianapolis Colts this Sunday?
I honestly, I was a little concerned at first. Not concerned, just thinking, oh, if we get lucky, we'll win. We probably won't, but that's all right. We're developing. That's what I was thinking. Then I watched the beat check and chatted with a little bit of other folks at work and from work, and I'm relatively positive we'll win. Because I just think while we're almost a mirror image of the Colts right now, we do a few things better than they do. For example, one thing we don't do good is stopping the run. One thing that they don't do that much of is running. They start out good running, but later in the game, the head coach / play caller reverts it to passing because he loves to pass. So,
I felt like don't you feel like we ran the ball I mean, again, the yardage was not like Tony made fun of me for saying. The numbers weren't crazy. But I don't know. I do feel like there was a good mix-up of, pass to run and some good plays by Bryce and some terrible plays by the O-line. It's been a lot of up and down. I said that this team wasn't vastly different. The team that beat the Texans wasn't vastly different than the one that we've gotten to know over the past few weeks in a row.
Right.
Don, how you feeling, man? Do you think that this team can reel off another W at home? I mean, Gardner Minshew's playing well. Got a hot hand right now. The defense seems to be underperforming for the Colts, but it seems like they're able to move the ball pretty effectively. What did you feel about this matchup this Sunday, man?
Yeah, absolutely. To go along with what Pickle said, shout out to Beat Check on Wednesday night, CK and the professor on there with Lawrence Owen from Believe in Colts. Gave us a lot of insight on what's going on with the Colts. And just like Panther Pickle said, they tend not to stick with the run. Anthony was on Spaces with me and Pickle last night talking about how we needed to run the ball. And I agree with that 100%. We need to run more than we did last week. I think we only had 33 yards. Thomas Brown, we talked about the interview a lot that he had yesterday. Thomas Brown talked about changes and things that he wanted to make to his play calling and things that he's learned already after calling his first game. So I think we can look forward to seeing some improvement on the offensive side of the ball. That Colts secondary and the Colts front especially is banged up, and the Colts secondary has given up yards all year. And up front, we should be able to run the ball effectively on them, setting up the play action passes to finally hit Shark deep. What I've been hearing floating around is this may be Bryce's first 300-yard game. This is probably the best chance for that. And win, lose, or draw, if Bryce Young improves this week, right? That's all Panthers fans really should be concerned about with our record being 1-6. Of course, we can hope and have those aspirations for making the playoffs, and we can hope that our division stays weak enough for us to do so. But if not, we just want to see development from Bryce Young. So getting him to finally uncork for 300 yards, and Lord, please hit Shark on a deep route. Finally, I think we've been waiting all season to see Shark get a real deep one. We saw Mingo go for 40 last game. So why can't we see Shark go for 50 this game possibly? It's a good matchup for us. It really is. Go ahead, Pickle.
If we do, I don't think I'd believe it. I don't know that I would believe it.
We're so jaded. We're not used to that being real for us.
Yeah.
By the way, to add on to this, Josh Downs, the wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts, went to UNC. He has a knee injury, and he's questionable for the game. So
he had a good year this year.
Yeah, he had a great year this year. He's been one of the better weapons in that offense. That's another wide receiver that could have been a Carolina Panther, but is not. Jake, how are you feeling, man? Do you feel like this is a winnable matchup, and if so, why?
I do. I feel like we got a little momentum going, like for the first time this year. We haven't had that all year.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got a win now. This is what a win feels like, guys.
Right.
I feel like we do have to have a little bit of momentum going forward. I believe that Chuba Herbert starting for us for the rest of the year is going to help out. And, you always can count on Adam Thielen to have a good game. So.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Adam Thielen's going to be a Pro Bowler, guys. Have we digested that yet? Has that really sunk in? We picked up Adam Thielen, and he's going to be a Pro Bowler. And it's been years since he's been to the Pro Bowl.
Hey, man, let me welcome my man Alex and 1-4 Panthers back to the Friday free-for-all. Alex, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, man.
What's up, Alex?
What up?
How you feel about this matchup against the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday?
I really think that the key for this game is going to be if our defense could stop the run. Because, yes, like kind of what Pickle was talking about, like they start running early and then they go, they start passing the ball around. But if they could get their run, if they're running the ball real well with Moss and Jonathan Taylor, it's going to be a long day for Carolina. But other than that, if we could stop that and, the defense plays like they did last week, I think at the end of the day, that's the key, is that our defense is playing well. Obviously, hopefully the offense kind of picks it up a little bit, but you're going to see a lot of games this year, and you've already seen we're not scoring the football a lot. So it's going to be up to our defense.
Well, and speaking of our defense, Justin Houston is out. He will not be a participant this Sunday. Also, Gross Mato is still on IR. So the Panthers are very thin at linebacker. Iku Leota, who was the standout names, and some of you might remember during training camp, he has been called up this week. So I'm hoping to maybe get a weird kind of success story out of Iku Leota and see if he can replicate some of that training camp success. JC Horn is still out, but they also have some key people out too. It doesn't look like their starting right tackle is going to be available. So again, maybe that's another matchup. If you move Brian Burns around, put him on that backup right tackle, try and get some more pressure. And then Frankie Louvu, man, we don't, for as much as I mention how much I love him, I feel like we don't mention how awesome Frankie Louvu is as a player enough. I love that dude.
Yeah, Frankie, I mean, he's been killing it all year. So, I mean, he's just been doing an amazing job being a leader, being that captain, and just being the man in the middle or wherever he needs to be. So, yeah, Frankie Louvu has been great ever since he's came to Carolina.
Yeah.
NFC Defensive Player of the Week, man. Shout out to Louvu. I mean, it's possible he could make the Pro Bowl this year as well if he can keep it up. We just need to make sure his mom comes to all the games.
Yeah.
We get so lucky with linebackers, man. So very lucky.
Sometime, yeah. I mean, outside of Frankie Louvu, there hasn't been a ton of luck, but yeah, dude, we've had one of the better linebacker cores in the NFL for the past decade. When you consider Thomas and Luke and Shaq as that trio at one point in time, but we've been trying to find someone that rises to the occasion as much as those dudes. And all the reports are is that Frankie Louvu is coming in on off days. I mean, he doesn't have to be there. The man doesn't have to be there, and he's still showing up, still dedicated to getting better. You have to love it. Also, whoever has a TV going in the background, turn the volume lower on that, please. Yeah, but
this is his last year in his contract, right?
Yes, it is. It would break my heart to see him go.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they could hone that energy and get some wide receivers in there. We could sure use some wide receivers. I know we've been really well with the linebackers, but we gotta pick some good wide receivers for next year.
Yeah, that's 100% for sure. Go ahead, Jake.
What happened?
No, I
didn't say that.
Something earlier.
I just wanted to add real quick, if I may. Earlier, you mentioned what's the name down there? Mentioned scoring points. That is what we don't do as well. But if you watch the film reviews that we release on Thursdays at 8, you'll find out that we actually have a lot of situations that we can score. We just ain't learned how yet. Eventually, I think we're going to learn how. And when we do, I don't know that. I mean, we've got a lot of room to score. And it's not any one person. It's just, for example, earlier on, we were relying almost specifically on Miles Sanders, who wasn't getting it done. We're relying on a tight end that, while we all had high hopes in him, he's just not getting it done. So they're finding that Chuba Hubbard's a better running back. Tommy Trimble's a better tight end. Things like that makes a difference in the red zone.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take time, and as Panther fans, we just have to be patient. It's a new coaching staff, rookie quarterback. If you expected a Super Bowl this year, you're out of your mind. So I mean, I know the management. I know Scott Fitterer was like, we just gotta throw a quarterback in there, and we're gonna win. We're gonna go to the playoffs and all that. But obviously, that wasn't realistic. as you could see. So it's just going to take time. I think we got to be patient. That's one thing when it comes to organizations, like I'm big on is patience, because every time you keep bringing in a new coach, new coaching staff, new quarterback, you're not getting everyone, to, all your personnel together. So I would preach patience. That's what I would preach.
And doesn't it feel like to you guys that we signed Adam Thielen, he's going to make the Pro Bowl. We paid Hayden Hurst about the same kind of money, and he really hasn't panned out for us at all, getting beat out by a rule leftover, if you want to, Tommy Tremble, even though he is a fan favorite. I know everybody likes Tommy. I do too. And then Miles Sanders was signed as well. He got about just as much money as the other two, and he hasn't panned out. He got beat out by Chuba Hubbard. Isn't that an indictment on the front office right there, guys? Or do you feel like that's on Deuce Staley, and Deuce Staley shouldn't have helped bring in Sanders and Hurst?
Oh, that's tough. It feels like everyone feels like Chuba's the better running back to this point. And there was even a clip where Miles Sanders said it. He said, "I know I'm not playing well. Everyone knows I'm not playing well." So that's tough. I'll let y'all go on that one.
I'm going to say that Miles Sanders, for example,
is hot dog
he
water.
he was essentially good for 1 year.
Damn, dude.
Just 1 year. I mean, he was essentially good for 1 year for the Eagles. And while I understand that maybe we needed more depth, and for whatever reason that I still don't understand, we couldn't offer Foreman a little bit more money. We turn around and sell Miles Sanders to a big fat contract because he had one good year. I think that's lame. And I'm going to blame that on Scott Fitterer. Chai Tuttle, for example, big, huge Panther fan. I was enamored and impressed with how much knowledge he knew about the Panthers and the old guys like I knew, and yet he doesn't fit the 3-4 defense at all. He's not really an end in a 3-4, and he's not a nose tackle. He's basically a 2-down, run-stopping D tackle, number 2, in a 4-3 defense. He doesn't fit this 4-3 at all. That's just bad free agent signings.
Yeah.
To me, by Scott Fitterer.
Yeah,
and it wasn't like there was people available that were better. Scott just choosing not to go after the folks that fit this defense.
I mean, if you were gonna go after, which didn't make sense, is that you're gonna trade McCaffrey and then pay Miles Sanders. That's just backwards, if you ask me. And then also, I'm gonna give a little bit to Miles that one, he's been injured all year. I think he's been banged up all year. I don't think he's been 100% healthy since training camp. And then also another thing is you're looking at his stats from last year. What's underrated is Philadelphia Eagles, their offensive line. They have a really good offensive line. Look at DeAndre Swift this year. He's having a great year over there, and he wasn't playing so well in Detroit, but he's playing well in Philly. So a lot of factors go into it. Like, at the end of the day, the offensive line for Carolina isn't it's not the worst, but it's not the best offensive line. So we've got a lot of work to do in the offseason. We got a lot of salary cap space. So hopefully, whoever is going to be making the changes and on the roster, they make some good changes for next season.
Yeah,
right. We can take this a step farther, too.
Go ahead.
We can take it a step farther, too. We can look at the Justin Houston signing. Jake was talking before the show started about how he's only had half a sack this season. Once again, isn't that an indictment on the front office for bringing him in? Or do you blame that on the coaching staff? Because he said that he only wanted to play for Frank Reich. So is that Frank Reich's fault that we signed another player who really hasn't performed for us this season? That's what I'm really trying to figure out in this evaluation, is an evaluation of Scott was kind of a pushover and brought these guys in because he was told to and they didn't pan out? Or was it that Scott was headstrong and said, hey, these are the guys we need, and then the coaching staff was unable to get any production out of them? That's my question.
Speaking about Justin Houston had a good year last year with the Ravens. Okay. double-digit sacks. I think he had a good year for his age. You think, oh, he's coming here. Basically we found out later that Scott had planned to sign him all year, all offseason. And so you think, okay, he's going to look good. Well, the guy they did that they really didn't go hard after was Clowney, even though he's kind of a Clemson guy, I think. So he goes to the Ravens and produces just better, good enough numbers as Houston did last year, and Houston's fizzled to nothing. I mean, yes, he's going to be out Sunday, and I'm going to be honest, I don't really care. It ain't like he's doing anything. He doesn't stop the run. He doesn't press the passer. He's just a guy hanging out in the field. We can get a young guy to do that. I mean, really. Now, so if you combine those two and you think about Houston and Clowney, are they different players? I don't really think they're a little bit schematically different. But why is Baltimore having success with older rushers and we ain't? I'm going to say because they got a better defensive line. They have a true live nose tackle. They have two good, experienced ends that actually fits their 3-4 system. Not a bunch of second and first-year players and experienced backup. For example, Nick Thurman. Nick Thurman is 29 years old. He's been in the league for at least 5 or 6 years. And what is his experience added up to? He's been a career practice squad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what makes Scott Fitterer believe, or the coaches, that this guy is going to be something?
Yeah.
He's been in the league for 8 years, and he ain't done nothing but play on practice squads. Chances are he ain't going to be nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
But listen, we're going to talk about the defense here in a minute. The Panthers defense is one of the top defenses in the NFL in terms of the yards that we're allowing. We're not giving up that many yards. It's just our offense has been so abysmal that our defense will crack at the most inopportune times. And then, being thin at linebacker, like we're hoping that a training camp warrior by the name of Ike Leota is going to be able to step up and be a meaningful pass rusher for us. We're definitely thin in the front seven, and that's something that the Panthers have needed to get better at for a long time. But yet they are doing a good job limiting the amount of yards that they're getting. You also imagine J.C. Horn's going to come back at some point in time. Maybe are they able to use some blitzes to manufacture some more pressures? There's a lot of different ways that you can skin a cat. But before we go to the defense full-fledged, I want to bring it back to Adam Thielen. There's been so much debate over whether or not Adam Thielen is a true number one wide receiver. Some people say he's being force-fed. Some people say that it's just, he's not as fast as he used to be. But, man, the stats that he's putting up right now, I mean, he's on pace to have a career year. Only 4 touchdowns, but 581 yards currently receiving. He's averaging 10.2 yards per reception. Like, right now, Adam Thielen, he's doing his damn job. Do you believe Adam Thielen is that true number one wide receiver, or is his production just based on the fact of there's no one else to routinely throw the football to?
I think it's a little bit of both.
I think it's a little bit of both too. I think he's a really good number 2. Like I think if he's your number 2, you got a really solid offense. But him being our number 1, I think the ball's getting forced to him a little bit. But
right.
I mean, he's gonna have a good year. He's gonna. And I thought from the very beginning like that was gonna be the guy. Honestly, I know in training camp you saw, the highlights to Chark and all of that, but honestly, those deep shots, those only happen maybe a couple times a game. So, I mean, if you don't hit them a couple times a game, then Chark's that, and I mean, if you just going based off fantasy, he's that hit or miss guy. Like, he'll either get you 60, 70-yard bomb or he's going to get you, nothing. So, it's like, I really think Thielen, I mean, he's been a blessing for us this year because without him, I don't know how the offense would be. So
I mean, look at this Sunday. DJ Chark is questionable going into this Sunday. We don't know if he's going to be available. So the more that we roll through this, the more and more dependable Adam Thielen becomes. Bro, knock on wood. Everybody better, to whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in, say a little prayer for Adam Thielen, man. Because that dude is our only passing attack right now, and he has to be able to stay healthy the rest of the season if we're going to continue to try and move the ball effectively. Yeah, go ahead, Pink.
Yeah, real quick about Chark. And what upsets me the most about Chark is right now he's just an afterthought. He's just, I mean, I'm you know what? I'll be honest with you. I think we could have been just as well of keeping Shi Smith as Chark. I mean, in reality, because you know, I mean, Chark isn't doing nothing. And for example, this year, Chark's cap number, he signed a 1-year deal. And for cap reasons, they added 4 years of voided contracts of years behind that. And this year, he has a cap hit of $1,864,000. Next year, when he's not on the Panthers, his cap number is $3,136,000. I mean, common sense.
DJ
Chark? Yeah.
God.
Next year he's not on a roster and he'll be $3 million.
And what is he this year?
Tell me. Yeah, he's not on our roster next year. He signed a 1-year deal.
Right, but what is he this year?
$1 million. $1,860,000.
So we're gonna owe him more for a year when he may not be playing than what he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That's wild, man.
Exactly. And all that, these voided numbers are just hurting. And I mean, next year you'll see it. It'll be added. It's like phantom numbers, and it's like okay. How many times have you heard Tony say, "Where's all the money going to?" Here's your sign.
Right. Well, I think they did that in part, Pickle, because we already had $55 million in dead cap this year. Trading Mr. Christian McCaffrey hurt on the dead cap big time, and because of that reason, I think they kicked the can, if you would, because with $55 million this year, only $1 million dead cap next year, it does make a little more sense just to move that $3 million over. It's not a lot of money, but it does sound like a stupid practice. And back to Adam Thielen, like you were talking about. I think we kind of caught lightning in a bottle with Adam. The offensive line hasn't been able to hold up, so the quick passing game has been the default or what we need to go to. Also because we haven't run the ball well since week 1. So the only other thing we got going is our short passing game, and that's great for Adam Thielen. He can dink and dunk inside, find holes in the zone, and Bryce Young's accuracy continues to shine through, hitting the man right in the face mask, and at least he comes down with the football. We're watching Shark out there dropping 30-yard gains last week, so it was great that we do have Adam if we can keep Sanders out of his routes.
I know, right? But and he almost messed up that play, dudes. He almost messed up that whole game.
We would have roasted him on X.
Yep.
All the fans would have roasted that man.
I'm curious to know, what made him put his hands down. Did he know that Thielen was behind him, or did Thielen say something? I want to know exactly, what happened there.
I don't think he knew. I watched the play. I don't think he knew Thielen was behind him. I just think he got lucky.
We're talking about a man that couldn't hit a hole if he had directions.
Let me put it this way. In my opinion, at the sideline, he walks over and says, "Dinner's on me tonight, buddy." I mean, the beer is on me.
The beer's on you.
Yeah, well.
Oh shit! Don't ever say that around Kevin. You'll be buying beers the rest of the night.
You know what?
Hell yeah!
It's the boy White Chocolate Espresso in the building. What's up, dude?
What's up, bruh?
What up, bruh? What you feeling about this matchup this Sunday, home, bruh?
It should be easy one, bruh.
Shit, bruh.
Get that dub. Rubber dub.
That shit's so dumb, bruh. Anyway, you're dumb as hell. How you feeling about that matchup, man? We're gonna get a W against the Colts.
Of course.
Damn, that's a short ass answer.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to be at the game.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people at the game. I think the Bat Daddy's gonna be there.
Supreme Leader.
Oh yeah, I forgot Mike, man. Shout out to homie Mike. Supreme Leader showing up. Let me ask you, well, why do you feel so confident? Okay, give me a little bit more than that. It's not like we're doing a podcast or anything, where we.
I don't even know what that is. But
no, you're dumb as hell. Good.
I think the Colts defense is just really weak, and they've been dealing with some injuries on offense, with Downs going down and everything.
Yeah.
The only thing I worry about is their run game.
Yeah.
But
that team, like with Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor, I brought it up earlier. Like that's a scary combo right there. Those two guys are just like, if they could feed the ball all night if we don't stop the ruck. So,
one thing I find interesting is, folks, if you look on our roster, we have 53 guys on our roster, and at the end of this season, 25 of that 53 are unrestricted free agents. That's not counting guys that we expect to cut, like Shaq Thompson or Ian Thomas. That's just guys that are unrestricted free agents. A lot of people scream they want rebuild. It's here. You just
it's here.
It's here. A lot of people scream they want picks for these free agents. No, these free agents ain't really as good as we had hoped. They're just not.
Well, hey, listen, speaking of free agents and trades and all that, the Panthers, they didn't do a damn thing before the trade deadline. They didn't ship anyone out of the building, and they didn't bring anyone in.
Which is probably a good thing, Cody.
Good thing. That's good.
That's my
I
question.
heard they got calls.
That's my question. Is it a
nothing
good
happened.
thing that the Panthers didn't do anything, or were
Yes.
you hoping to see some kind of move?
I'm
tired of us making-
actually good
Tell
with
me
it.
why.
I'm tired of us trading just to get better to lose. Like your C.J. Hendersons and, those
Yeah.
mid-season players that don't do
I don't trust Scott Fitterer to make no decisions, so I'm glad we didn't do nothing.
Here's my opinion. If Dante Jackson had trade value, then why didn't he get traded? I mean, between his salary cap coming up on his contract, and I mean, to me, apparently no team offered a conditional seventh, or the Panthers decided he was worth a conditional seventh to keep him, even if it's just for a couple months.
They understand. They finally understand the predicament of this team.
Right.
That's why I didn't bring in anybody new.
Right.
So
Because
it would have been. Are
people-
you saying it would have been a mistake to go out and get like a Jameson Williams or
Yes.
Jerry Jeudy?
What
Why?
has Jameson Williams
Yeah.
done?
Well,
Why
I
does
mean, him
everyone
and
want him?
Bryce is young. He's on a rookie contract. Him and
so
Bryce
is-
have a history at Alabama.
And Bryce has a history with a lot of people from Alabama.
But I mean, in reality, the lot, and a lot of it, I think, is too. What were the Panthers going to offer the Lions for Jameis Williams?
Exactly.
They wasn't giving up no picks.
Well, I think you're going to see
I
a
mean,
lot.
you can make you can have an argument,
And they
that
drafted
says-
him in the first round. They're not going to let him go for
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly. And you can make a realistic argument to say that, okay, Scott Fitterer can't draft anyway. Give him a second or third. That second's probably almost going to be a first. So you
And
don't
Denver
wanna-
turned
Yeah.
down the
So if you
Denver
give
turned
him a
down the third.
Yeah, you give him. I mean, yeah, Denver turned down a third and a fifth for Jerry Jeudy. So
What do you
You
think
know-
Jamo's going to get? I mean,
and if you look at our roster or the players we offered, who would they? I mean, why? I mean,
Right.
why would they want these guys?
it's just depth.
Yeah,
That'll
we
be
would. If we were going to
I mean-
trade anybody, it was going to be for picks. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
gonna be for like players or anything. And
Yeah.
I mean, next season is that's going to be the season we have salary cap. We're going to be signing a lot of guys. So you're going to see a lot of guys coming into Carolina. You're going to be seeing on that bottom ticker at SportsCenter, like, Panthers sign this, Panthers sign. That's what I think. I think there'll be a lot of guys signed.
It's going to be overpay too, though.
I would be happy if they got Adams, Devontae.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
Adams would be cool. But I think I really do think T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins is going to be in Carolina next year. That's my guess.
I just don't know.
I have to pay him.
I really till I know who our GM is, I don't know that any of these young wide receivers are going to come here until I know more about the GM. And I mean, yeah, Bryce can prove maybe he's going to prove that he's a great quarterback, and you bring somebody in. Maybe you just got to overpay a few people. I don't know. But till we get a competent GM, I just don't. I don't have any opinions of who's coming in.
What does that tell you? That the talent on the Carolina Panthers, that nobody wants to trade for players, or did you think that it's just flat out, it wasn't enough value, or they wanted to continue to potentially be able to go on a run, and they wanted to be able to have some of their better players in order to do that? Like, how much of this was, well, let's just stand pat, try and win a few games. Right now, we're not mathematically eliminated from winning the division. Like, was any of that just a factor, or was it as simple as Carolina players are not worth what the Panthers were looking to trade them for?
I think it's that. I really do. I mean, if you got 25 players you're willing to, that's currently on your 53-man roster, you'd just be, well, not whole 25. I'd just say, because you do have Frankie and you have Brian Burns on that list. So let's just reduce that to say 22. 22 guys you're willing to say, no, we're good. If you're
look at this.
What the other team's going to do? I mean, nobody's going to offer you a third-round pick for Dante Jackson just because you can get that on Madden. I mean, be realistic. You're not getting what you think he's worth because he's not worth what you think.
The Steelers got Darius Rush, and that rookie, he did pretty damn good with the Steelers last night.
Yeah.
And why do you think that he is? Why do you think he did good for the Steelers, Kevin?
Coaching.
Because
bam, coaching. Exactly.
What's his name? Mike Thomas said, I like a player with a fight in him, and I'll coach the rest.
Yeah. What did Tommy Tremble say right before the season started about this new coaching staff that we have here in Carolina? He said, well, we hadn't really ever been coached up before. And here we are tonight having a conversation about how Tommy Tremble's outperforming Hayden Hurst, which was a valued free agent for the Panthers. Not only that, same thing with Chuba Hubbard. And are we gonna finally give our coaching staff a little bit of credit and say maybe that Dave Tepper pulled the keys from Scott and said, Scott, you hold tight and let's see what this coaching staff can do with what we got on the field. And that's kind of what it feels like to me. It feels like that we're leaning into our strength, and our strength is our coaching staff. We've got a lot of experience in the NFL on that staff. Now, we may not have a lot of success to show for it, and that's for sure, but we have seen some improvement in some key areas from some guys that we didn't expect to see it from. So maybe we're just leaning into what our strength is, and that's our coaching staff, and just let our coaching staff continue to acquire these odds and ends, bits and pieces they've been gathering, and then coaching up the core staff that's already here, that's going to be here through next year. That's my thought on it.
Yeah, and Don, you also mentioned the fact that Hayden Hurst has kind of been outperformed by Tommy Tremble, and he was the free agent that you brought in. You think that now that Thomas Brown is calling the plays, now that we're post-bye, do you think there's a chance that we might see some of these players that have been kind of quote-unquote forgotten about? Is there a potential that they could become a bigger part of the game plan, like, heavens forbid, a Terrace Marshall Jr. or a Hayden Hurst?
Not TMJ.
What's the possibility that with a new play caller, some of these guys might get a bit of a second win during the second half of the season here?
It's possible. Honestly, in my opinion, anything's possible. But, one thing about some of these guys, and when you watch it, Mingo's a rookie. Maybe he was drafted higher than he should have been. But you know what? He gets on the field and he tries. There's times that you watch him run a route and you think, come on, dude, you could do better than that. But then the next play, he'll have a play that is kicking ass. So maybe in between those issues, he's getting a
seems
message on
raw.
the sideline. Pull your tights up and play football the way you know how. That's being coached up. TMJ's response to the exact same coaching up means, fine, I'm going to be traded.
Yeah, he wants out of here.
Yeah.
Spoiled
And by the way,
little brat.
man, Nirvosh with the $10 says Thielen is on pace for 1,400 yards receiving and 10 touchdowns. That is nuts. I think he already has the stats and touchdowns I predicted him to have for the whole season. All the other wide receivers need to step up, though.
That would be
You
the
100%
he would have
right.
the third best year for a Carolina Panther.
He's 100%
Damn.
right. They need to step up, and it's not just TMJ and it's not just
Shark.
Mingo. Shark. I mean, dude, you came here. They were going to give you a 3-year deal, and you reneged on it. You wouldn't take it. You wanted a 1-year deal so you can show the world who you are, dude.
He's supposed to be our number one,
nothing.
supposedly.
You
Supposed
ain't
to, yeah.
fucking nothing.
It's a little bit of both,
DJ
though.
Shark, you are a waste of the roster spot.
It's a little bit of both, though, Pickle. I mean, you know what?
No,
Honestly, hey, look at
respectfully
Devontae
disagree.
Adams. He had 1 catch, 11 yards. Is that Devontae Adams' fault? No, he doesn't throw the ball to himself. So there's times.
So you're telling me Bryce don't throw him the ball?
I mean, he has, but it hasn't always been an accurate ball.
I'm going to disagree. I think some balls. Listen. I understand that too, but even the balls that are very accurate and very catchable, he don't catch. There's a point. If you take 50-50 balls and you say 50 good and 50 bad, and you still only catch 10 of the 50, that means 30 you didn't catch because you ain't catching. The bottom line is Chark is not a real wide receiver. Chark is a guy who can run fast, and his entire career has been based on shoot routes, been speed routes. Go here, when they snap the ball, run as fast as you can straight, and we'll throw you the ball.
Right. No,
That's entirely his concept. Right now, they put him in on the field in this offense. They're expecting him to run routes that he can't run. They're expecting him to run pristine routes that they're realizing that this is a bad signing because that dude's got speed, but he don't know nothing else. There is a reason why the Lions offered him as little as money as they did. There's a reason why other team, was it Jacksonville or Miami he came from? Let him go.
No, he was in Detroit, I think, before. But no,
And then you were in Jacksonville, yeah.
But
Yeah, he was drafted by the
Jacksonville and then Detroit.
Jaguars, but then he ended up playing for the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason. He. The one thing I'll say, Chark reminds me a great deal of Ted Ginn Jr. where he's got the speed. But the the difference is that Ted Ginn could run routes. He was just never given an opportunity.
He was hurt too.
And Ted Ginn,
For whatever you want to say about
had a
Ted Ginn,
fight.
I feel bad comparing
Yeah.
those two.
I do. I understand.
That was one of the. Say what you
Yeah.
want about Ted Ginn, man. That guy was the best receiver when the Panthers went to their most recent Super Bowl.
Right. And he didn't hold back from the criticism. Everybody knew it. When Ted went deep, 2 things happened. He caught it or he dropped it. And if he dropped it, he just dropped it. And you knew that when you threw him the ball.
Hey,
DJ
but if he
Chark
did or
gets a lot of credit
didn't,
running fast.
if he did or didn't catch the ball,
Right.
one thing's for sure, he would be open.
Right. And let me ask
that
you
is
this.
not, and that's
Yeah.
not what we can say about DJ Chark this year.
Exactly.
Hold that thought 1 second. Let me welcome in my boy JJ back to the Free for All. JJ, what's up, brother?
Yes, sir. Y'all hear me good?
Yeah,
Yes.
man, loud and clear, loud and clear.
Loud and clear? All right, bet. Just had to make sure it worked. I don't use my setup really ever.
Nah, you
let's
stay,
figure
you
it out.
stay. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate
Hey,
you, man.
JJ. How
Yeah,
you
I-
like that
go
new
ahead.
place?
Oh, I love it. It's great that I don't got to hear nobody else complaining now. It's just me.
No.
Hell yeah. So, I was going to say my most remembered tag in moment was that drop touchdown in overtime.
I was
versus the
there.
Colts. Oh, you were at that game?
I was
Wow.
right in front of the end zone where he dropped it.
Oh, wow. Damn. He left that shit staying right in front of you.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I said, "This is why you're a number 2 receiver."
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Wow.
Hey,
How
but
do you-
look, man. Look. While I got the boy white chocolate espresso on here, man, let me tell y'all about the sponsor for today's show. That's PrizePicks.com. Play daily fantasy sports. Use our promo code when you sign up, and PrizePicks will match 100% of your initial deposit. If you deposit $50, PrizePicks will match you $50. If you deposit $100, PrizePicks will match you $100. I'm taking a look at some of these Panthers stats right here, right now. You have Adam Thielen at more than 68.5 receiving
Take that.
yards.
Easy.
You know I'm hitting the more on that one, bro. That is a gimme. How about Bryce? They have him at 239.5. 239.5 passing plus rushing yards. What are we thinking about some of these numbers?
I think the
Chuba Hubbard at
completion-
46.5.
I take the completions.
Yeah. I think Bryce has been able to get 20 completions in all his games, right?
For the most
Something
part, yeah.
like
Right
that.
now they have him at 22.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
at 22. He was at
He's, like,
straight up
right there.
22. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, all right. I like that. They got Chuba Hubbard at 45.5. That one I don't know about. It just depends on how successful.
What's
we're
his
gonna be
receiving?
able to be
How good
running
do you think the
ball.
O-line's going to be? That's really what
What's
it is.
Chuba's receiving?
13.5.
I might take that.
Yeah, that they've been now they've in that final drive, they passed the ball to Chuba Hubbard twice. So
What
for
about
all
the
the times
80?
that he dropped passes, they are making an effort to pass the ball to Chuba more and more.
Maybe Eddie Pomero.
Yeah, I was going
Yeah,
to say,
that's
like,
cool.
last year.
Anthony in the
Yeah,
building.
like,
Ant, what's up, dude?
What's going on, boys? How y'all doing?
Chilling like a villain. All right, man. I'm looking for like.
Oh, get Taysom Hill 0.5 passing yards.
He may not play.
Oh, is he?
Passing
Yeah.
yards?
Yeah.
He was in a fantasy
I mean,
league.
that's dependent upon him throwing a pass.
Yeah, that's it. He's gonna throw at least one.
I don't know about
He had
that, man.
40.
Don't take it, Cody. Don't do it, Cody.
Oh, he had
Don't do it.
44 passing yards last game.
Take Tua.
Ah, man,
Mm,
Dude, that defense is good, man.
that's a Germany game, by the way. The Dolphins one.
Yes.
I
Oh,
like
Taylor Heineke.
They don't have passing yards for Taysom. They have.
He's right
rushing
there.
yards. Yeah, it says rush yards.
Is that passing?
You think John?
No,
You think?
yeah, I'm
Oh, right above it, dude.
Yeah.
No, it's above it, top right corner.
I'm done. No, I
Do,
can't.
do you think? Do you think Jonathan Taylor is going to get 66 yards rushing?
Damn. 66
Probably,
yards?
yeah.
Yeah, 66 and a
Yeah,
half
you're
yards
right,
rushing.
man. I might need
Yeah.
to pick up a Taysom Hill pass.
Don't do it. Don't you do it, Cody. Don't do it.
I don't know, man. Dude, he threw for 44.
It's just 1 yard.
And they're playing the Bears? Yeah, I might have to do that, y'all.
I'd do that just for the
Maybe
hell of it.
Taylor Heineke too. Playing in Minnesota.
I think
Atlanta's got some weapons. They just don't have a quarterback.
there's
Yeah.
another Panthers
Yeah,
one I like this week that no one's talked about, and it's Jonathan Mingo receiving yards. I think his line is really low. So I don't know. I would go with that, but like, you do you, man. I mean, Adam Thielen's a lock, so either way.
I mean, he probably can do both.
Yeah, I think I don't know what the
38?
38.5.
Mingo,
definitely-
y'all got to
he's
remember, Mingo was a Thomas Brown pick by Scott Fitterer. He got Mingo also because Thomas Brown wanted him.
Yep.
Mingo was a
You got
Steve
to
Smith pick.
Now that he's gone.
I also
I don't know. I'm
What'd you
not.
say,
I
Jake?
don't know if I'm. I don't know if I'm confident about.
I said Mingo was a Steve Smith pick.
Well, Steve Smith liked him, yeah, but I if like I said,
They
I said it
didn't.
before.
Yeah.
If you're the owner of the Carolina Panthers or the GM, and you have to call a retired receiver sitting on his ass working for the NFL Network to figure out whether you should draft this guy or not, shut the hell up and go home. 'Cause
But
your ass don't mean nothing.
I will say, if
You
have
don't
a
think
Hall-
David Tepper did that? I think he did it.
Well, what?
I think David Tepper took advice, and then I think he compared what he was told with everybody else.
I think
made it what I want to say, diplomatic, correct. He got to suck up to the fans. If the fans think, oh, we draft this guy because Steve Smith recommended him,
no.
some fans really eat that shit up.
I think Scott Fitterer said, "Hey, Steve, I'm going to take this guy. What do you think about him?" And
I
that
can
was
see
pretty
that
much it.
happening too. I think I see that happen. I think that Steve knew some guys that they had up higher because they asked him about it. But I don't think they took. I mean, let's be honest. If you go back and look at Steve Smith mocks on who he would have took from start to finish, he wouldn't have got half of them right. We didn't take half of them.
No, and all the players that he did apparently love. He didn't tell the Panthers to draft him.
He did not like what's his name from the Chargers.
Quentin Johnson.
He
hated
did like Zay Flowers though, and he
did.
balling.
Hey, by the way,
I
PrizePicks,
don't even think he liked Mingo that much. Like he called him Mr.
he made it
Consistent.
sound like he did. But hey,
Like-
real quick, PrizePicks. Hey man, use the promo code C3. These are my PrizePicks for the Friday free throw. I got Adam Thielen at more than 68.5 receiving yards. I got Bryce Young at more than 22.5 pass completions. I need Taysom Hill to get more than one passing yard, and I put Jonathan Mingo. They had him at 38.5. I put less. I don't know necessarily how much I'm trusting that. I think the bulk of it probably still goes to Adam Thielen. But hey, man, everybody download PrizePicks and play daily fantasy sports with us. Use the promo code C3 or use the link in the description when you sign up. All first-time users that deposit and use our C3 promo code receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. If you deposit 100 PrizePicks, it gives you 100. If you deposit 50, PrizePicks will give you 50. That's PrizePicks.com, promo code C3. JJ, since you're just jumping in, I wanted to ask you what I asked some earlier. Are you upset that the Panthers didn't make more moves before the trade deadline?
You talking about in terms of acquiring or dealing away?
Either or,
Either
just
or.
any action at all.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bummed out. We weren't able to sell some of our lesser players, or I guess, in my opinion, just good starters. In my opinion, Frankie Luvu's good. He's great. His value is high right now, but I honestly think he is like just someone you would think of as like a third-round hit for another team. I just think we value him so high because he's been so good for us, and we haven't been that good. So I felt like we could have sold him. We could have sold some other guys. I felt like our only cornerstones was Burns, Brown, and Horn. So and Bryce, of course. But yeah, I'm bummed we didn't get more draft capital to sum it all up. I obviously didn't want to acquire anyone because I don't think we're really going anywhere anytime fast, unless it was a receiver for Bryce.
Right. Was there any wide receiver that would have made you comfortable to give up draft picks?
Giving up draft picks? I mean, they're going to have to be a proven guy and someone you're planning on keeping around for a while. Even if it was like a Mike Evans or a T. Higgins or whoever. Who was the other one?
Right.
I can't remember, but
Cody,
what you got?
Go ahead, Pick.
No, I'm sorry. I was thinking you said, or he said, proven guy, and it reminds me of what the Bears did. The Bears traded a good pick to get a Sweet, right? The edge rusher.
Yeah.
You Sweat. Right now they're in I guess a catch because he's an unrestricted free agent after this year. Either they tag him or he walks. If I'm him, that offer is gonna be over from what I'm worth. I may not be worth but 25, but I'm getting 30 because you need me worse than I need you.
Yeah.
That's if I'm Sweat, because you've already traded a second round pick for him, and if you lose him, you get nothing. So
we got plenty of players who are unrestricted free agents after this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've got a total of 25 of them. Real quick, if I may, Cody, real quick. I know we ask for people to get a lot of likes. If you're on Twitter and you look over to the side, you'll see where it says live broadcast. You can now watch this on Twitter without going to YouTube. If that's the way you're doing it, just shout out somebody from C3 and say, great show. Just something to say you're watching. We'd appreciate that.
Yeah, man, we appreciate that. Love any and all interactions that we can get, man. Again, like, I don't know. I feel like there's more optimism. Everybody feels like the Panthers are getting ready to go in and get a W. And it's incredible what one game will do for your optimism, for the morale, man. Like right now, we think the Panthers can get a W.
Hey, Cody.
Yeah,
go ahead and finish.
What's up, bro?
No, go ahead and finish and put me on. Go ahead and finish and then bring me in. My bad, bro.
No, I'm bringing you in right now. Alice Taylor, what's up, dude?
What's up, bro? Yeah, man. No, I kind of want to jump back on what Louisville, like, we trade him for what, like a 5th round pick, bro? But right now he's playing at such a high level. Why would you do that? I don't care. Like,
obviously, you want a day 2 pick at least for Frankie Louvu because he's one of our better players. And like in the reality though, is Frankie Louvu really gonna be the reason we're winning games down the line? He's really not.
I mean, he won last game. I mean, he won the last game for us, basically, didn't he? On defense,
but he's not the future of the team.
He's not old, bro. He's not old, bro. But
reality is, for myself speaking,
like right now, Frankie Louvu's in a
20.
contract year. Though you also got to think, do you want to give him a check after this year when you also got to keep Brian Burns? You got to pay Burns. You got to depend if you want to pay J.C. Horn down the line. You know,
we're not going to pay J.C. Horn. I'm sorry for yelling, but we're not going to pay J.C. Horn, bro. He's got to play himself out to show that he can stay healthy.
Well, you don't know that his contract ain't up for a couple years yet. So that's
he's gonna get fifth year whatever this year because he's already been in the league, and so if he doesn't show that he's worth the money, why would we pay him and why would we even tag him? Pretty much, you know what I'm saying, Pickle? Like
I do.
But Louisville.
The point is, we don't know. And in my personal opinion, I'm gonna throw this out there: in order for a team to get Frankie Louvu off this roster, they would have to offer me a first pick. They just would. Or if you wanted a second, you're gonna have to give me more than that second. And I'm talking about like a second and a fourth, or maybe a second and a player. I'm not giving up Frankie Louvu. He's got too much heart for this team, and in the words of the Rams general manager, fuck those picks.
And that's my point. And that was my point, Pickle. Like, why would you get rid of Louvu when he's doing so much for the team? And then, you know, these GMs are looking at people's pedigree. Like, okay, Frankie Louvu was damn near undrafted. And now he worked his way up to this. I'm not saying he's going to be Kuechly. He never will be Kuechly. He didn't come to the league like Kuechly. But he's been popping. But he's been popping every year. No, but you stop talking. Hey. But he's been popping every year since he's been in the league with the Jets, bro. And he was always good. He was always a good player. He's gonna be a great player. But why would you give him up for they're not going to give you a second round pick for Frankie Louvu. That's fucking stupid. That's ridiculous, dude. Be honest.
This is my
So
theory.
the point
He's
is, he's
better
worth-
than the way Anthony hasn't gone. Go ahead, Ant.
This is my theory. I mean, listen, I like Frankie Louvu. I think we should just keep him on the team and re-sign him next year. As far as not making any moves, bro, I don't want Scott Fitterer making any moves for us. I know I've said this so many times and I sound like a broken record, but his ass is about to be out the door anyways. And David Tepper probably said, I don't want you making a move, trading a player or doing anything like that, because regardless, unless it's JJ said, unless it's Devontae Adams, which you don't even know if he would re-sign here, unless I guess he's under contract. Yeah. But if you get a player that's under contract and you can a proven guy like that, then yeah, that's going to elevate the offense's game, no doubt. But I think the bigger problem with our team is that this offensive line is not built for what Thomas Brown is trying to run. And that's on Fitterer. That's on Fitterer's fault. That's ultimately my biggest thing with this, with Scott Fitterer, man. It's we gave him credit last year for building the offensive line, which it's been good at run blocking, but the pass blocking has been horrific. And it's not even just Icky, because you can see on film other guys are getting blown their ass up too. But yeah, I'm happy we didn't make any moves, man. I didn't want to maybe you were gonna get your daily Scott Fitterer trades for a player that the team doesn't even want, that the other team doesn't want anymore, like a CJ Henderson trade. But that doesn't even really move the needle. There is no point for us to trade anyone. I mean, the last thing I'll say is we shouldn't have traded for anyone. And like someone said it earlier, people probably value the players we have way lower than we actually do. I get where Panthers fans Frankie Louvu, to me, yes, I would like a late first round pick or a second for him, but we're not going to get that. That's just not the reality of the situation. And Dante Jackson, Joe Person said they were making calls, but those guys, I mean, what are you getting for Dante Jackson? A 7th round pick? I don't know. It's just nothing.
A bag of chips.
It's nothing enough to move the needle at all, bro. So
right.
I'm kind of happy we didn't do anything at the end of the day.
Let me clarify real quick when I said that about Frankie in the first. I don't want people to misunderstand. Hypothetically, I'm the GM, unless I'd throw out a team, let's say the Dolphins. I don't know who needs a linebacker. A team calls and says, what do you want for Frankie Louvu? He's not for trade. Tell me what you want for Frankie. I said, he's not for trade. All right, you said that. Now, I'm telling you, tell me what you want for him. I want a first round pick for him plus. Click. That's what I get what I want. Because there's going to be teams who's going to think they're better and all they got is to keep ragging you and you'll give in. So you jack that price up higher than anybody's willing to pay with the goal to get folks to leave you alone about it.
Now take that information and give it to Cody when it comes to fantasy football.
Shut your ass up, Mike.
I see both points.
As a member, as a guy who's in a league with Cody, man, you play just the way you want, brother. Nobody should tell you how to play. We appreciate you playing the way you're playing. Well, I do anyway.
All right, bye, Kev. Bye, Pickle. Y'all have a great afternoon. Everybody, be safe. Bunch of assholes. Look, man. I mean, dude, this team that the Panthers have right now, Austin Corbett is back, so I'm happy about that. When Anthony said that we didn't give him the right type of talent to be able to do what this offense wanted to do, that's legitimate. I want Fitterer fired. I think most Panther fans want Fitterer fired. But right now,
is that on Thomas Brown though too?
I mean, again, you're talking about a coaching staff that got an opportunity to take a job elevation here in Carolina. It doesn't necessarily mean that they. Yeah, I understand, but I mean, I feel like it's going to take more than 1 year of roster building with these current coaches, and that people have they have unrealistic expectations for every coach on this staff right now. Frank Reich, Thomas Brown. Not a lot of people want to hear that, but it's to me, there's a reason that the offense didn't look that different under Thomas Brown to Frank Reich. They're working with the same personnel.
Yeah.
I will say the pass game definitely opened up a little bit more. We got to the plays got to the line faster. But other than that, yeah, it hasn't really been significant difference. But the run plays are still awful. Like they just have no creativity to run Chuba to the outside.
That's a personnel issue.
And that's why we don't have any deep shots, because we have no run game. Play off the play action.
The inability to run the ball is a complete personnel issue. The offensive line is Swiss cheese, and let's keep it a buck. Our running back room is still probably the worst in the NFL. Or at least
Chuba's good, bro. Chuba's good.
Like
Chuba's good.
Chuba's been better this year for sure, and I love it. But I mean, like Chuba Hubbard and Miles Sanders compared to some other rosters. I mean, like I think it'd be like a coin flip, you know.
Just because most teams had 2 or 3 good running backs, we don't.
Like just because you been.
If we have Foreman though, if it was Foreman and Chuba, man,
that's the same player.
We'd all be better.
That's the same player. That's the same player.
Better than Miles Sanders.
No, Foreman is a little bit.
Foreman is way better than Miles Sanders.
And Foreman's.
I didn't say Miles Sanders. I said Chuba.
Yes, Al, that's what I'm telling you. Foreman is a little bit stronger than Chuba, and Foreman is a little bigger than Chuba Hubbard. It's maybe some.
He's also got more wiggle.
So it's
Foreman was trucking people last year. Chuba wasn't doing that.
Yeah, Foreman's an old-fashioned power back, and
I can't really say what's special about Chuba.
Not really a power back.
Can I just?
Well, you just said
speed back. He's not really. He's just a back.
No, he's an all around back. He's an all around back. I mean, he's an all around back. Like, yeah, you got to have blocking. Even Foreman don't got blocking. What's he gonna be doing? Running straight to the back of the O line, and then that's it. Like, come on, man.
Why are you? Hey, look who's just in time for the Chuba Hubbard disrespect.
What's up, Tony?
It's Spencer himself, just in time to tell us how basic Chuba is. Tell him what's up, man.
Hey guys, how you doing? Sounds like you got it under control.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah, everything's under control. But dude, like I said, you're just in time. Tell us how great Chuba Hubbard is in your eyes.
He's not great. Number one. Number two, he's playing his best football right now. So
sure.
This is
and that football is just okay.
Yeah,
there's is that his fault?
No, there's a misconception. Y'all are like we're not saying he's bad. We yes, he's improving, but that doesn't mean that he's a great player all of a sudden.
Exactly. Yes.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. You just said the O-line was trash, right? That's what I'm telling you. You just said the O-line was trash.
Yeah, but
so
you know what? Everything is
hole.
trash on this team, dude. Like, look, at some point, you can't only make so many damn excuses. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's not. It's like it's. I mean, yes, the offensive line is offensive, but you know what? It is what it is. I mean, fuck. I mean, that's just what it is, and that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that you're going to put Chuba on a good offensive line and all of a sudden he's Marshall Faulk out there or something. No, I mean, it
doesn't mean that he can't have a good rushing game either, man.
I didn't say he couldn't have a good rushing game. He had 100 yards in that one game against the Lions last year. All right.
He just doesn't mean he can't, it doesn't mean he can't be serviceable. You know what I'm saying? He's serviceable.
Well, he has to be serviceable because he's all we got.
He reminds me of the Vikings running back.
Yes. Can I bring up a point here?
Alexander Madison?
Yeah.
He's much better than that dude. Much better than that dude.
Kevin, you know who Chuba Hubbard reminds me of, really? He reminds me of Nick Goings.
I was just about to say that. No.
Yeah.
You were not about to say that. You were not about to say that, Nick Goings. You were not about to say that.
I just did.
I was literally thinking.
No, I'm not talking about you, Pick. I'm talking about the kid who said that. Hell no.
You get JJ some credit. JJ's just young. He'll learn.
No, Nick Owens played what? What was he like? When did he play? Like
2004.
That
04.
long ago?
Super Bowl.
Oh, it was earlier than that, wasn't it?
Because Stephen Davis went out, Sean Foster went
Yeah,
out, like everyone
Yeah,
went
he
out.
started out as a backup fullback.
How about this? Is I think that running back that we cut a long time ago,
And it does work.
Like 5 years ago, was better than Chuba. The guy out of Florida State.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Like,
I
know who you're talking about, but I don't listen.
Who? We drafted a running back in the 5th round one year, or 6th round, probably around
He's out of Florida, right now, Florida State.
I think he was out of Florida State.
No, I thought he was from Florida.
I can't think of any running back from
You're
Florida.
talking about Jordan Scarlett?
Yes. I think Jordan Scarlett's better than Chuba Hubbard.
Oh,
yeah, I can't remember that name.
The Gator.
I remember that name.
Hey,
was he a Gator?
Wait. When you said better,
I don't know about that.
Right?
Based off of what? What did he ever do?
We also had Reggie.
Got a damn thing, Cody. Got a damn thing.
Everybody
Is Reggie modified better than Chuba Hubbard?
Dude, Chuba has been dependable. He's been a strong back, and if you give him some better offensive line play, which I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do now that Corbin is back, I think Chuba's going to continue to get better in this offense. Got way more hope for him than I do Miles Sanders.
Would you rather have Fonzie Whitaker?
Okay, fine.
Chuba Hubbard. Can
I bring this up?
Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard ran for 2,000 yards in college. Jordan Scarlett never did that, bro. He never even got to probably like 1,000 yards. But that's what you say about Bryce, though. So what's the difference? Come on, man.
Because
Yo, Cody.
What are you talking about, bro?
Bryce is only played
Time out. Let me go to JJ and then Anthony. Go ahead, JJ.
No, I was just gonna make a quick comment. I think Chuba's biggest detriment is you always bring up that Lions game, but in my opinion, I don't like that Lions game. When you bring it up, because the holes were so big.
It's like one big run in that game too.
Like we ran all over them with Foreman or Chuba. It didn't matter, and like it just felt like some of those holes were just house calls. But he's Chuba Hubbard, you know.
And we played.
So you're not gonna
defensive team last year.
Can I
go
bring
ahead, bro?
Go
ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm not talking.
Okay. So there's two things with this. I think Kevin brought it up earlier. One, like I think everyone's misglancing this. Like we all want to have this flashy offense and this and that, but like again, when you can't run the ball, like it's really hard to open up deep passes unless you're improvising, which I hope Bryce can do more of because he's shown he can improvise. The second thing is, I'm sorry. This is why I know this is gonna piss a lot of people off. This offensive line is piss poor. And, like, Chuba's just a basic-ass bitch. Like, he's not going to be able to do that much behind this offensive line. We had a guy that was averaging 4.4 yards a carry behind this basic-ass bitch offensive line.
Yo, it's crazy how he put it like that, and we all got the memo.
Let me ask you something. Mr. Basic-ass offensive line. Let me ask you this. Who is better, Dalvin Cook or Chuba Hubbard?
Oh,
right now?
Cook?
Oh,
right
now.
No.
Why is Chuba Hubbard
Tell them to stop, Pickle.
better
Tell them to stop,
than
Pickle.
Dalvin Cook?
Talking them to stop, Pickle, because they're talking right now.
Supposedly the Jets have a better offensive line than we got.
Because they also got Brees Young or whatever, Brees Hall, and Brees Hall is a badass motherfucker, yeah.
Having a good running back actually matters to some degree. Like, it actually
better than him.
No, Dalvin is washed. Like, because Brees is getting the same type of
horrible.
Yeah, he's getting the same. He has the same offensive line, and Brees can run through it, but Dalvin gets hit at the line of scrimmage. Listen, I don't hate Chuba. I'm glad he's a starting running back. All I'm saying is you can't expect a big run.
Definitely better than Dalvin Cook.
Brees Hall's not even good, bro. What are you talking? He's not even good. He's not even good.
Okay, all right.
Okay, he broke how many? So he broke a couple big runs this year. He's not good, bro.
Bro,
What
he
are
broke
you
out
talking
his
about,
Niggas
dog? Like, y'all
making
don't watch.
shit
He
up.
did.
Y'all don't watch
He
football.
Boy, and
Al,
I'm not just talking shit.
Hey, Al.
Yes, you
Al,
are.
Al,
Yo,
so
Al,
in
what
far.
defense
the
of
fuck are
Al,
you talking
in
about?
defense of Al, he did only have average like 1 yard per carry last game.
Yeah. Al, you're right.
Like
He only
17
has
rushes.
he only has 443 yards rushing this year, but he's just an average guy behind
Yeah.
a bad quarterback. Just
yeah,
an
but
average guy.
Brees Hall can also take a screen past 60 yards at the
Yeah.
crib. No one
Did
on
Chuba
that.
not do the combine?
I understand that. I do.
I thought
There's
so.
no way
I mean-
he did.
No, he did. He did Matt Rowe's wife.
Yeah.
That's a
He's
fact.
a solid pick. Listen, Chuba Hubbard would be great behind the Kansas City offensive line. He'd be great behind but
He'd
when
be
it comes
running back one.
Yeah, give us a fullback and we'd be on the way. Give
Give us Nick
fullback.
Goings.
Dude, Chuba didn't do the combine. He only did a pro day.
Yes.
And Jordan Scarlett, way better athlete.
Bro, I can't even remember that guy's name. How do you remember him?
Jordan Scarlett ran a 4.47. Chuba ran a 4.51. The split.
That's marginal.
What was it, Jordan?
They were on the
Scarlett
same
drafted by
Marginal.
Now, Tony, pull up their college stats. Tony, now pull up their college stats and see who
Chuba
did
only
better.
played,
And not like that.
Chuba had one 2,000-yard year, which is
Fractions of a
insane. But
second.
it
You
wasn't
got to
even his
factor in game speed too, though.
Okay.
What was that Alabama running back who did nothing in the NFL, won the Heisman?
Trent Richardson.
Yeah.
He did.
He had to go
something.
play
He
an
was
extra
all
No,
right.
he
He had
was
one
awful.
good year. He had
He
1,000-year rush in 1 year.
No, but
Did
here's the problem with that. He just got drafted to the Cleveland Browns. That's why he sucked. If he got
Well, I
drafted
mean, he
to
sucked
another-
everywhere he went. He went to the Colts, too. And sucked.
Well, I mean, it probably.
I'm just saying this is why do you guys feel so obligated to make us want to like Chuba Hubbard?
Why did y'all
But
feel
why
so
do you-
obligated
to
to
make us-
shit all over him?
Because
every
he
week?
They shit
sucked
on
for
him.
4
Exactly. They
years,
shit on
dude.
him.
He's average. Yo, I put
He's
it
not
like
even
this.
average, dude. He's not
Hey,
even average.
Hey,
He's
Tony,
average,
I put it
he's
like
average.
this before the season started. I told Cody, I was like,
He's average.
you get a party mix pack of chips, and he's the Lay's classic of the entire thing, or the pretzels, you know?
Yeah, yeah. The little
Absolute
spicy pretzel.
laptop.
Nasty as hell.
You still gonna eat them, JJ, if you hungry though.
It'll work if Chuba will get the job done, I guess, but
He'll
Nah,
probably,
really
you know, he
arguing
might get a
over
touchdown this
average.
week.
No,
He might get a
28
touchdown this week.
28 yards on
No.
the ground is not called
Jordan.
getting the job
Jordan
done. I'm
Scarlett.
sorry, that's not called getting the
What is-
job done. Like
How
I
many
get the
carries did he
offensive
have?
line is.
Jordan
What'd you say,
Scarlett.
Kevin?
How many
Come
carries
on.
did he
How
have?
many? Here, I'll look
He
it
had
up.
I just
15. He had
realized-
15 carries for 28 yards.
Oh, no.
I-
Did he?
Yeah, 15 carries for 28. That's what it
Ooh,
was.
That's not average.
To
Yeah,
put it into
sure.
perspective, Bryce Young had 11 rushing yards himself. So, that's not even that impressive, man.
Hey man, real quick, let me welcome in my buddy Cole.
1.9
Cole,
yards per carry.
Friday free for all. Cole,
What's up, Cody?
Damn.
I can't believe I am listening to a free for all Friday where Nick Goings and the damn Scarlet
Right?
running back has been mentioned over and over. Are y'all kidding me
Yeah,
right
I know,
now?
dude.
I love
like
Nick Goings.
Jordan Scarlett
Hey,
was,
hey, we've
was just
barely even mentioned Bryce Young. Damn near
I
this
love Nick
entire
Goings.
podcast.
I
Can you believe
know.
You know
Oh,
why?
God.
Cody? You know why?
JJ, don't bother remembering who
Cody,
Nick Goings
Cody,
is.
it? Weird.
You know why? Because no one's talking shit about him now.
you don't
After
know
last
Nick
week, the
Goings.
people are actually
know.
optimistic about our quarterback for once. That's
We
why we're
started
not-
1-7 that year.
You know what? I think Bryce probably played about the same he's played all year last week. I think it was a little bit better. And we
I
got to
just-
win.
I just
He got the ball at the end and they got down there and scored. It
No,
wasn't.
I
I don't
disagree.
think-
He threw the ball deeper. I saw him throw more deep balls. Okay.
it was better. He had a few more notable plays.
His
Than usual.
improvising is what finally showed up. So people actually saw that he can somewhat improvise when the play breaks down. That's what people haven't been seeing all season.
That
If
corner
I
throw to
may,
Adam Thielen. Ooh,
I also believe that the reason why he could make them plays is because the defense played good enough to keep us in the game, so to speak. You know that we weren't 20 points behind, by the middle of the third quarter like we had been, because the defense is just lame and couldn't keep up. And Bryce, granted, there's a rookie and it's a young offense, but the defense playing strong allowed the offense the opportunity to go down there and make the plays when they could.
Yeah, and they didn't have to score a touchdown to win at the end. They only had to get a field goal.
Right.
I want to point something out. If we could somehow fix our 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 situations, this offense would be able to put up more points because, man, on the film, on the 4th and 1 at the 1 yard line, Bryce should have audibled, and I don't know why he didn't, but he should have audibled to an inside zone to Sanders. There was no one on the line. Maybe he didn't trust him.
They need to stop with the shotguns on 4th and 1.
Yes.
And 3rd and 1.
Well, that 3rd and 1, they were in shotguns, and if you watch the film, there were like 2 defensive linemen. That's it, and there was the middle was wide open.
Yes. Can I also point one more thing out?
I didn't see.
Am I the only one that does the notices whenever they're doing a run, the wide receiver runs in between Taylor Moton or the left tackle, and then they run the same inside zone play? Like, switch it up. Like, just run a play where they're all on the outside that spreads the defense out. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like how they do that. Like, they motion Jonathan Mingo in, and he's kind of like right behind the right tackle, and then they all just kind of push, as opposed to like maybe throwing a pitch or like doing something different. So I don't know. That's something I don't like.
We pointed out in the film session, man. I feel like there are times when Jonathan Mingo just starts so lazy on his routes, man. Like, he had a jet sweep that he was responsible for, and the defender, it's like he didn't have to do anything to match him. He was slowing up on the route. It just, I want to see more from the rookie, man. That's why on my prize picks today, he was at 38.5. I didn't take more. I did less. I'm not trusting of Jonathan Mingo right now.
You're gonna regret it, bro.
It's not like that.
He's not like that, but we are playing a practice squad unit.
I agree, Dan Floyd. If we had a power back.
Just put DJ Johnson back there. Have him going 4th and 1. Have him do something.
But if
he played tight end, didn't he?
If LaVista Chenault could stay healthy, we just can put him at running back.
I mean, he was a tight end, right?
Good as a power back. DJ.
Yeah, in Oregon, he was a tight end at one point.
He did, but he also played everything. Yeah, you're right. He did.
He's an athlete.
I don't know. I mean, you know what though? Hell, if I had depth at edge rusher, I'd try it just for the hell of it.
Yeah, it's not like we got anybody blowing the tight end position up.
I mean, it ain't like he's a superstar. It ain't like you're putting Julius.
He ain't doing nothing else, people.
At running back.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
does Jokic get 26.5 points tonight?
I don't
Probably.
know.
Who are they playing?
Dallas.
I just take his assist.
Oh yeah. They got no big man. Come on. He should. Don't blame me though if he doesn't.
They've been slacking.
Nuggets versus Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Mavericks to win.
Yeah.
I'm out with the NBA prize picks. I can't hit damn shit on there.
Shooter's been killing it with the assists though, man.
What up, Cole?
Is it Shooter or whatever his name is? Or Schroeder?
Shooter
McGavin.
I can't say his name. The old Lakers dude. They have that left.
The Lakers dude. Who?
Yeah, he used to play for the Lakers, didn't he?
Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
Not
Schroeder.
Yeah,
him. I thought you were talking about Scoot Henderson.
No. He's been killing it with the assists.
He was really pushing that.
I was.
Let me ask Tony a question real quick. You did a beat chat last night with a guy from Believe in Colts, and he gave you kind of some insights into the matchup. Based on the things that he said, are you more confident or less confident going into this matchup this Sunday?
I don't know.
That's the best answer.
I think this is I'm more confident that our offense is going to be good, but I'm less confident that our defense is going to be good. So, like, we're playing a team that gives up like over 300 plus yards in the air over the last couple of weeks, Now they're playing all practice squad guys in the secondary. I mean, they're just riddled with injuries, much like we are. But they have a top 10 offense. Like they're a top 10 statistically in every category.
Yeah,
They've
Gardner
played
Mitchell is a guy.
Yeah,
He
he's a
is.
guy. He's a guy.
He's not just a guy. He is.
Yeah, y'all should have said that. Tony loves that man.
We have
I know. But
We have
look,
a
is
top
that
four
look at who
defense.
they here.
He's just another Matt Moore.
All right.
We have a
No,
top
you
four
have no
defense.
allegiances to Gardner
That's
Mitchell,
so
sir.
mean. That's like
No,
a
Matt
fucking
Moore is
insult.
a good comparison, Pickle.
No, he's
Can I bring
not.
something up? Can I
You
bring
said Jimmy
something up?
Clausen?
The Matt
bring-
Moore.
Oh,
I bring
Jimmy
something up?
Clausen. Now that's
Hold
bad.
on.
I
Look
wouldn't
at
have said
this.
that.
I think the thing that is hopeful for us is that we're getting Von Bell back.
Very
No,
nice.
he's out.
So
He's
He's doubtful.
oh, he's
Yeah.
doubtful. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah, he's doubtful.
never mind. But
Cereal.
you know what? Where I did come out of the whole thing feeling a lot better about maybe isn't about this matchup necessarily, which I think it is a game that we could contend in, but our defense is going to have to deal with some real problems, dude. We can't stop the run. They have two top running backs in the league, and Jonathan Taylor and Zach Moss. We haven't been able until this past week to really slow down teams in the passing game because of injuries, and they've got a cadre of guys that can play. And this Josh Downs kid out of UNC who
not
was
playing.
picked, he's not.
No.
Oh, well then that's good.
No,
news.
that's not true.
That's
Kev.
questionable.
No, that's not
Don't
true.
do that
Kev.
yet.
It's questionable.
Oh, okay. And
He
then
ain't gonna play.
I just think this is that the Panthers offense is going to have to score points in this game to win.
Of course.
I don't think,
We
or to
don't-
be involved. I think that, and particularly what I am concerned about is last week the Colts got away from the run prematurely, and he was talking about this with Steichen. Steichen
good
wants to pass the ball. They want to pass the ball. You know, as an offensive coordinator, you like passing the ball.
That's the best situation for our defense, because I think our defense is best suited to stop the pass in terms of our
Yes, but I think he's going to recognize as a coach that he made a mistake last week and got away from the run. And I think he's going to look at the Panthers and say, oh, we can run all over these
But
fools.
we give up the fourth least amount of yards, though.
Yeah, how do you
That's
not play Jonathan
that
Taylor?
can't be
Yeah,
possible.
it is.
I just want to put this out there, though. Just think about
That
this.
is true.
The Colts are on a 3-game losing streak. But
We're on a winning streak.
they've lost to the Jags, where they still put up 20 points, 37-20. They lost to the Browns, 39-38. They lost to the Saints, 38-27. I mean, they're putting up points, dude. They are putting up points. And Minshew is not scared to sling it. So, look, the Panthers defense, if they play like last week, if we can hold them under I think, man, we got to look to hold teams under 24 points. And the Panthers offense is going to have to get cooked. I do think we could win this game, guys, though, but I think it's got to be Bryce's kind of coming out party.
I say 17 points. We got to keep on under 17.
Hey, let me welcome Riley Lee into the Friday Free for All. Riley, how are you, brother?
What's up, Cody? How's the fam going? How's everybody doing?
Everybody's doing good, man. Tell me how you feel about this game this Sunday. Do the Panthers have a chance against the Indianapolis Colts? And if so, why?
Well, considering how they did the last game, I put in the comments how I really hammered D Jackson about the way he started the game out, but he really surprised me by the game that he played, helping to help the backfield and move up a little bit. So I think if he can keep that up, and to be honest, everybody's going to probably go crazy on this. It looked kind of like Drew Brees-ish as far as being spread around with Mingo and them, and a lot of them weren't dropping the ball like they had been. I think that's what, besides the defense upping it and not having as many drop balls, it We didn't win by a whole lot, but we did win. And I think we can do that against the Colts.
I think so too, man. Everybody seems to be pretty confident right now, based on a few of those things that you guys are talking about. But do we have enough weapons at our disposal for Bryce to be able to have a coming out department like Tony was saying, or a coming out performance like Tony was saying Bryce needs to have? Like, is that capable with the Carolina Panthers the way that they're currently set up right now? And to me, that remains up in the air. Like, I don't know how much offensive scheming you're going to see from Thomas Brown to be able to cause this offense to be that much different.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
How much faith do y'all have that Frank Reich could potentially outcoach Shane Steichen in this game?
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes.
So speaking with the guy, Lawrence Owen last night, we talked a lot about the play calling being handed over to Thomas Brown. And he thought that that's the best thing that could happen for Frank Reich. He said that he thought that that was something that needed to happen in Indianapolis. And he continued to talk about how Frank Reich wasn't a bad play caller, but he was not the best coach when he had the responsibilities of being a play caller. And that you could see that Frank Reich's coaching prowess, he said, was always better when the Colts were on defense. The clock management was better. Just like the overall orchestration of the team. And then when he got his head into the plays, it's so difficult to manage the game and call the plays and really think ahead of not just this play in this series, but to look at the game from a step back and see how it's going, see where it can go. And and he said that he really believes that, well, first he thought that it was going to happen when Nick Sirianni was there and was their offensive coordinator, but then Sirianni got poached and went to the Eagles. And then Frank Reich didn't have the trust in the guys underneath him just yet to give that responsibility over. So he said he could see Frank Reich's best coaching ahead of him right now because he's not calling the plays. And he wasn't being rude about him as a play caller either. But I told him about the clock management issues, like down at the end of the second quarter, again, I forget what team we were playing. And we just weren't calling timeouts. We weren't this. And then thankfully Zane Gonzalez went out there and kicked the field goal and kind of saved him from it going sideways. Then I mentioned the Adam Thielen play that he called where Adam Thielen wasn't on the field. He said, he did that in Indianapolis too. And then I said he forgot about Terrace Marshall Jr. And so he really had nice things to say about Frank Reich. It's just that he thinks this is a positive move. So I'm really excited that the Panthers coaching staff might become a little bit more of what we thought it was going to be at this moment.
Yeah.
I also think like the play calling was very stagnant in the beginning. Well, like it hasn't really gotten that much better, but I think Frank Reich just didn't really know how to like have a rookie be with a rookie and adjust to the league kind of like together. Like that's kind of why he's liked all those veteran guys. But yeah, I mean, we definitely have a chance to win this week. I like what Lawrence said about like he was very honest about like the secondary and the Grover Stewart's missing up the middle. They have a lot of defensive holes, and it makes sense because like I keep bringing this up, but I mean PJ Walker and the Browns were able to run and throw all over them. And I know they have a good offensive line, but it's PJ Walker for Christ's sake. So,
Yeah. And I wanted to pivot this question. I feel like it's kind of, about the matchup that we're having. But Tony, you mentioned that you were surprised to hear that the Panthers were top 10 in defenses and yards allowed. Here we are, man. The Panthers are number 4. We've only allowed 2,282 yards. So my question is, Are we underrating this defense? Do we have one of the better defenses?
Can I answer
in
that?
the NFL?
I don't want to.
We also gave up.
We're
also 30th in points allowed. So
you know why that is? Because of turnovers from the offense.
Is that not the weirdest stat ever? We're giving up so few yards.
Points allowed. We're one of the worst in the NFL.
Yeah, but Indianapolis is worse.
Yeah, you're muted, Tony. You're muted, by the way.
JJ makes a lot of sense.
The Colts are worse
because all the turnovers.
I think I got another. I think the real reason is because teams are running on us.
Yep.
Yeah. And when teams run on you, the clock runs, and I think what you get games that have less possessions. So like what you just get is, and one other thing, not only are teams running on us and letting the clock run, but the Panthers have been successful in like grinding out some long ass drives that have not gotten points, unfortunately, at times.
Damn thing.
But like you've seen, look at the drive to win the game this past week. It was it started on the 2, but it took 5 minutes to go 60 yards.
Yep.
No, it was 91 yards.
Yeah,
on the game winner.
That's only because of penalties, bro.
We only
that
got
count.
I mean,
didn't we start at 9 yards line?
Yeah, but we didn't but it was going to be a 38-yard field goal before all the penalties.
Tony, can I bring something up? Just build off what you said. Dude, this is what I've been wanting the Panthers to do. Run the ball and control the time of possession. That's the only way
we can't.
Exactly, but that's why that you see on the last drive they were throwing everything short because those are technically run plays. Like they try to make up for not being able to run the ball, but that's the main issue. We can't control the time of possession. Last game we did it right, but we don't have the run to consistently like hold on to the ball and keep offenses off the field.
It's also a lot harder to run the ball effectively, consistently when you don't have the personnel, but you also don't go under center that often because of your quarterback. So you have to have like elite big boys up front to just be able to outdo the defensive line man on man straight up out of shotgun. So that way they can get pushed in those zone gap schemes that our coordinators do want to do, but we can't execute at all.
Well, one other thing about that, to follow up on that, though, is I think Bryce has been good under center. I think we've underutilized him from under center and made him work out the shotgun. And I finally feel vindicated after last week. Thomas Brown didn't run the pistol. And I said something about the pistol because I watch mainly NFL football, and I said something on Twitter. I was like, man, that don't look right. And they're like, you don't know football? That's a pistol. And I was like, hey, man, I'm from Carolina. We ain't ever lined up a quarterback in shotgun and then put a running back 5 yards behind him. We got to run 10 yards before the motherfucker even gets to the line of scrimmage. I don't know what that shit's about, man. And we didn't run it last week. So I say put Bryce under center, man, more. Maybe, I'm not saying he shouldn't operate out of shotgun. Well, I don't think he's been incapable of being under center.
And then by the way, what's Dan Orlovsky put out something before the season even started talking about how the Saints, they used to do that same thing for Drew Brees. They would put him under center, and it would allow him to actually see the field better, as counterintuitive as that is. But when you're running your offensive line and your quarterback in tandem from under center, it can help him out down the field. So I agree 100%. Put him under center. I think that's where he's best utilized at this point.
It's also we've seen him complete like a 20-yard bootleg to Tommy Tremble before. We've seen only success from it. I just think it's a matter of like they don't want to do it, which like confuses me. Like I don't care that Bryce is 5'10". PJ Walker goes under center a lot. Like it's just a personnel issue at the end of the day, like JJ was talking about earlier. It's just they don't have either the type of pieces to do that consistently, or they just flat out don't want to. and that's just what the playbook is.
Well, they don't trust the offensive line.
That's
and that's a killer point right there.
But that's how the offensive line was good last year, though. When they were when the quarterback was under center, that's how they were good.
Exactly.
It wasn't the shotgun. The shotgun shit doesn't. The shotgun shit doesn't work unless you have a dual threat quarterback or a Tom Brady or a Mahomes, or you can do that every play. It doesn't work for most quarterbacks. Like, you have to go under center to set up the play action. You have to go under center.
Whoa! You told us that Bryce Young is the guy. But yeah, I don't think Bryce is bad at a shotgun.
You're misunderstanding.
No, you said if you don't have Tom Brady, he is the new Tom Brady.
No, I'm saying you can't go. No, okay, Tony, stop it. You can't. He's not Tom Brady right now, and plus, you can't go shotgun every single play. You can't. In the
damn hardest, it makes me sick.
Unless you're like the Eagles, who have an elite O-line.
Yeah, and Jalen Hurts, the running threat.
Exactly.
And they don't go shotgun on 3rd and 1.
No,
I don't like that.
They don't. No, they do not.
Hey, am I the only one
they just line up in the I formation, grab Jalen Hurts by his ass, and shove him across.
Yeah, we can throw Bryce over the line.
We just throw him over top of it.
Yeah.
Well, what we need to do is put Cade Mays at fullback and run that style offense.
Yes.
Into the end zone. That's what we need.
Did y'all see that play the Steelers ran last night? They put Jalen Warren on the right behind the right tackle, Najee in the backfield. Did a jet sweep to him, and he gained like 20 yards. Like, it's just all like they got to be more creative on the 3rd downs. Like a basic bitch run play up the middle out of shotgun. Like, they know what's coming. If you want to do shotgun on that play, throw a little out route or throw a little like pick play slant or something.
I think they got a problem running that. The problem with the shotgun with them is they don't have ends that are working for them right now. Keeping them inside, they got better guards and better centers, so he has a better look at the field, and he can choose which side is breaking down and where the pressure is coming from.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know,
all right, let's go to Cody Lashney after this.
Ask me again.
You had something to say about 3rd down.
Oh, yeah.
Just run the Statue of Liberty play.
No, I feel like 3rd down. I mean, again, it's only been one sample size, but Thomas Brown is the play caller. But I wasn't very impressed with a lot of our 3rd down play calls against Houston. And I felt like we saw a lot of similar things. Like, even getting to 3rd down, I felt like there was a tendency to run up the A gap a bunch of times. And then when you're on those short downs and distance on 3rd and 4th down, they're running the most obvious pass plays. I don't love that either. I want to see more, man. I want to see them use the weapons that we have and use them in a more intelligent style of play that I feel like we haven't been doing. There's too
especially when they got a good front line that you're running into. I mean, why would you run straight at them whenever they got one of the best fronts? If you look at it, that's where their strength is. Why would you run straight at them?
That's just being stuck in your ways.
Let's go to D's ill skills next.
Yeah, so to Riley's point, so when we're lighting up in the shotgun so much, that may be a lot of what Icky's struggles are this year. It changes the depth of that block of where Bryce Young is. So Icky's doing so much backing up during the game, it's like he's almost forgotten how to run forward and run block and meet these guys at the point of contact. I know that one play where he got blasted last week in Florida, it's like he was backing up so much, he backed up over the guard. It changes the depth of where he needs to protect the quarterback, and it's caused a lot of problems. And it shows its head at least twice every single game where he just gets beat to the outside and he can't back up fast enough to get to that point. I think you're right. If we went under center a little more and got a little more running game under center, it might help the depth of those blocks in the shotgun. I agree with that 100%.
I think that's a great point too, because if you have seen Icky, you can just run around him. I mean, you could just run around him, and if you're deep back there, and we've heard people say that if Bryce climbs the pocket, right? Then you can kind of negate that, which is totally true. And maybe now that Austin Corbett's back and we saw that center of the line play a little bit better last week, I think it did a little bit, right? I think there was a couple of times I saw Bryce able to climb up the pocket. So if you could bail out Icky a little bit by not always going out of shotgun, and B, that those guards and center are playing better when you are in shotgun, maybe he could just let him run around his left and try not to let him just beat him inside.
Good point.
Hey, man, let me welcome in the homie. G baby in the house. Oh, what up, dog?
What's good with you boys?
Man. Hey, man, what are we about to do to these
Bathroom Echo is still undefeated.
Oh, yeah.
Who's undefeated?
Yeah, your Bathroom Echo is undefeated, man.
Harry, I'll go somewhere else.
Nah, that's my favorite part. What you mean?
Nah, that's
good,
G
man.
baby. It's not it.
Oh man, my bad. Y'all know I come back here to smoke.
But it's not a free for all without a G baby Bathroom Echo, dog.
Hey, G.
I'm about to go to the bathroom and make some echoes.
Kevin mentioned earlier. Remind us the best part of having Cody Lack in a fantasy football with us.
All right, y'all. I'm about to put all y'all in the fucking.
I didn't say. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it.
Y'all must forget who runs this shit around
Thank
here.
you for the free square, Cody.
All right. Kevin, tell Kevin bye. Tell Kevin bye.
Fantasy is 40% off this week.
Ah, Jesus, dude. Nah, G baby, what are we about to do to the Colts, bro? We about to put up 30 points on them. What's the deal, G?
We about to smoke the
Bust their ass.
You damn right.
We're gonna bust their ass, man. I ain't worried about the Colts. The Colts don't fucking scare me. Y'all are scared of the Colts?
Nah, I mean everybody.
I'm not worried about their run game. They run the ball half of the game and they stop running the ball. And it's looking like Josh Downs is leaning more towards being out. So if he doesn't play, man, I ain't worried about no Gardner Minshew. Come on, bro.
Better give Tony. That's your boy.
No,
don't let that happen.
Stop it.
Don't let that happen, Tony.
Right there.
Don't attack the monkey now.
I mean, but are the Panthers set up to stop Jonathan Taylor?
We're gonna hear shut the hell up.
Shame on you, NBC. Shame on you.
Are the Panthers ready to stop Jonathan Taylor with our defense, though? That's one of the biggest questions that we're wondering, man.
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
Why not? Tell me why the fuck not?
Because they've got two top 10 running backs, dude. And we've got a run defense that gives up 7 yards a carry. No, wait. All right, you're right. Stopping their run game must be like Chuba Hubbard having an awesome fucking game.
Oh my God!
Hey, Tony, check this out, Tony.
My Lord,
with top 10.
Check this out. Chuba Hubbard is gonna have a better game than Zach Moss. I can't say Chuba's gonna have a better game than Jonathan Taylor, but you keep pushing my fucking buttons, I'm gonna go down that fucking route, G.
Even if we had a great defensive line, I don't think we could still stop Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, I'm not worried about no JT and Zach Moss. And I'm supposed to be worried about Gardner Minshew with no fucking tight end. And the only target he has is Michael Pittman. I'm scared of the fucking Colts. Hey, if there's any game we're going to win, it's this game. And that's because Frank Wright wants to get that lick back.
I'll take Michael Pittman on our team right now.
I'll take Josh Downs over Mingo.
Stop it, Tony.
It's true.
Hey, y'all got to stop shitting on fucking Jonathan Mingo. And Cody, you going to lose that prize pick by going under. You going to lose that prize pick by betting under. Hey, because I'm going to tell you this, Cody. Check this out, Cody.
Nobody wanted the big coach.
check this out. Bryce Young's going to have his first 300-yard game. And those 300 yards, they're going to go to Adam Thielen, and they're going to go to Jonathan Mingo because we don't pass the tight ends. We don't give the ball to the tight ends. So the ball's going to somebody.
Roll me one up and send that shit to me.
G-Baby, I got 2 tutties for Thielen. I'll say it out loud. I got 2 tutties for Thielen this week.
Yes. Adam Thielen is, that white boy is eating. Adam Thielen, that white boy is eating. They better throw that bitch 20 times to him. They better throw it 20 times to him.
2 tutties for Thielen. It's time. He's had the yardage, but he needs more touchdowns with it. It's coming. He's getting.
Hey, the best thing about Thielen, he's not dropping balls. He's not dropping balls, G. You guys, I want you guys to go out and just into the front yard and go pass the football to your partner and see how many times you drop the ball. The dude has 70 straight fucking catches in the NFL? What? Come on now.
Y'all remember in 2021 when we played the Vikings and he had that crazy catch in front of Keith Taylor or whatever?
Yeah.
I remember that.
It's Ricky Pro number 2 is what it is. I mean, that's what he reminds me of.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but G, my thing is though, I'm not believing. I mean, it's not that I don't believe, man. I'm not seeing that type of production from Jonathan Mingo.
What are you not seeing?
Look, this is what I'm saying. DJ Chark has been
garbage.
Numbers, man. Like the dude at the as soon as he's off the line. I don't love his route running, man. He doesn't have that explosion and that burst that we're looking for.
He never had that at Ole Miss. If that's what you're looking for, he never had that type of explosion at Ole Miss, Cody.
Yo, if anyone has been watching A.J. Brown, it is absolutely a disgrace they compared him to A.J. Brown.
Yeah,
it's not. No, it's not, bro. No, it's not, bro. No, it's not.
A.J. Brown was a monster his rookie year, man. I ain't even trying to hear that. Like, it's a disgrace at this point.
Just let him have more than 7 games. I mean, come on, give the guy a chance. Jesus, if you're going to judge somebody
I just said he could be better. But like,
he's a wide receiver. That's going to take a while.
I mean,
yeah, like
NFL fans are such so lame.
We give that kind of leniency to other positions, but wide receiver is one of the most seamless transitions to the NFL. It's almost like if you a wide receiver 1 or even a high end 2, you got that. You already got that off the rip. Like, we ain't have to wait for some of these other guys, you know?
Bro, look at Puka Nacua for the
yeah,
Rams.
like, come on.
Crazy
Puka Nacua, the guy
said who? G-Baby, he said who? That dude's balling out for Rams.
The dude's breaking rookie records at receiver left and right. And he has Cooper Kupp on the field with him, man. And he's still balling out. Bro, look at Tank Dell. Tank Dell's been balling out, bro.
You are not taking Tank Dell over Jonathan Mingo, bro.
Yeah.
Well, we
no,
did.
The fuck I'm not. I'm not, bro. No, absolutely not, bro.
I agree with G-Baby on this.
No, fuck it. Dude, Jonathan Mingo is 6'2", a cornflake eating nigga, bro. And you're going to give up on him after fucking 7 games, bro? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about, bro? What the fuck are we talking about here? Giving up on Jonathan Mingo after 7 games?
He's at AJ Brown says.
Wait a minute. Y'all on here running your own lip about how great
Tony, you missed
rookie is for the Rams. They ain't won but 3 fucking games.
Yeah, but he's
a better the hell up. The Rams ain't diddling shit.
Bro, he's a monster, though, Pickle. He's a fucking monster.
How is that helping? Well, that's nice for fantasy football. How the hell does that equal into wins?
I got an idea how
one touchdown means we give away a Mingo jersey Sunday, so we should be rooting for that.
Hey, I need that. I need that for the collection, gang.
Yeah.
Take Terrence Marshall Jr. and stick him on the other side and do some rushing because we're not getting anything out of the rush.
Terrence Marshall Jr., the only thing he's good for is cleaning a toilet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Put him on the other side and have him rush. He's got the speed and size. Change him out. At least get something out of him.
We don't even know. Pickle says we put him in corner. Maybe he can cover. He can't catch. He might as well cover. He's good at knocking the ball away.
So I'm saying, if he can't catch, you might as well take and do rushing or coverage. You know.
Yeah.
Hold on. I just don't understand how you guys don't like Jonathan Mingo. He shuts the fuck up and he does his fucking job. Y'all want a drama receiver? You want a queen bee at the receiver position, bro? That's what y'all want. Jonathan Mingo shows up to fucking work and he does his fucking job, bro. And he stays quiet.
Right, but that's the thing. He's quiet during the game.
Congratulations.
He's never had no big game. He's never had no breakout game for the Panthers. He has not proven himself to be.
He hasn't. He has 0 touchdowns, 0 100-yard games. Like,
but so as nobody else does other than Thielen either. So look, is Mingo. We set too high hopes on Mingo. He hasn't been terrible. He hasn't. Well, but
he's a rookie. Very underwhelming.
Kev in the chat said
the Jag.
Physical receiver. He's going to have to grow into the NFL.
He is the Jag.
Hey, hold on. Besides Jordan Addison and the motherfucker from the LA Rams, as far as rookie wide receivers, who's outperformed Mingo?
Zay Flowers.
The guy that's
going to
Zay Flowers had
Jalen Hyatt. Yep.
Josh Downs with a
and he just
Hey,
said,
Cody, I'm going to dip for a few minutes and let some people in, all right?
Smith and Jigba has definitely been better than Mingo.
No, the fuck he hasn't, bro.
Yes, he has.
No, he hasn't, bro.
Hey, G-Baby. Hold on, hey, G-Baby.
No, he hasn't, bro.
You was 100% right about Jordan Addison, though. I was not a believer in him at all. But
yeah,
he was
for sure.
Wide receiver. And you
no shit.
Bullshit, and you was right.
Yeah.
Hey, G-Baby. I agree with you 100% what you've been saying, bro, the last couple of minutes. Like, Puka, first off, Mingo, he's 6'2", 230. Come on, bro. We don't need to take those 5'8". And then Puka, he had the most receiving yards ever in, like, the first 5 games, and Cooper Kupp was hurt. Stop playing with us, bro.
Like, we watched 5 games.
For the 5 or 6 games, whatever it was, until Cooper Kupp came back, he had the most receiving yards ever. He has like 700 yards receiving right now.
Hey, hold on, not to interrupt you, bro. If we didn't have Adam Thielen, what do you think Jonathan Mingo's numbers would be, bro?
Not Adam
Thielen. Come on, bro. Stop it. Come on, man.
Still dog shit.
Come on, bro.
He does not have Adam Thielen's hands.
See, baby, that's the biggest fucking straw man argument I've ever heard.
No, it's not, bro.
I just wanted to jump on and show some love to G-Baby because he's right.
If Cooper Kupp was
G-Baby's
playing,
right.
his
G-Baby's
numbers
right.
wouldn't look like that, bro.
Yes, they would.
Yes, they would.
He is playing.
Get the fuck out of here.
They look good. They look better than me. That's what I do.
He is playing right now, and Puka Nacua is still putting up numbers. You're going to tell me that Mingo won't be able to put up numbers because there's no more Adam Thielen?
You read that comment?
Bro, what are you saying?
No, I said if Adam Thielen wasn't on the team, Jonathan Mingo would be putting up way better numbers than he is right now. I never said he would be putting up Adam Thielen's numbers, but he would be putting up fucking numbers, bro. Stop.
You were getting more targets.
That's just like our tight ends ain't putting up numbers. Just because you're big don't mean you're gonna catch the ball.
No, but he would get more targets. He would get more targets, so you get more catches.
He would get more targets, yeah, but I mean,
more drops too.
He's got to catch it.
We do have Adam Thielen.
But bro, there has been no DJ Chark. DJ Chark and Terrace Marshall Jr. have both been hurt, and yet we're still wondering about Jonathan Mingo. Like, there have been far more opportunities for him to be involved, and I want to see it happen.
You shouldn't rely on a second-round rookie to be a star, though.
Dude, he's fucking a rookie, dog. What the fuck are we talking about, dude?
At the beginning of the year.
Fan base. Fucking pathetic, man.
Well, I'm just saying, I've seen so many second-round wide receivers turn around and have a very high.
I've seen a lot of Carolina Panthers second-round receivers do nothing.
Well, yeah, that's my point, man. Why would I do a backflip over Jonathan Mingo right now? Like, nobody has proved anything. Like,
because Steve Smith said it. Steve Smith said he was the best.
100%. Steve Smith endorsed him. and told him to draft
Steve
for
Smith
round
called
2.
him Mr. Consistent, and he is not that.
Yeah, Steve Smith also said that he wasn't going to be good till his second or third year, too, though. He did say that.
That's an excuse for people not paying attention. If you pay attention, Steve Smith endorses a shitload of people. And he also cuts a shitload of people down. If you put in a list of who he shitted on and who he praised, you would be remarkable how wrong he is 90% of the time. Steve Smith is a great wide receiver, but the only reason why people paying him attention is a simple fact is he's good at his
talking shit.
He's good at it. And
yeah, Pickle, I agree. I've listened to his podcast.
Absolutely love what he's doing.
They
probably slide him a little bit under the table for every player he disses, for every rookie that he praises. Because that's a shitload of confidence for them.
I think it's gonna be fine.
Steve's been right on. He was right on DJ. He was right on Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, but he also in the middle of DJ Moore's rookie year, he cut DJ down because he dropped too many passes.
Yes, he did.
And he was right.
He also talked shit about DJ Moore as much as he praised him. And when DJ Moore started playing good, like in Chicago, it's all of a sudden, oh, see, I told you he was going to be great. I mean, you got to understand, Steve Smith has always been Mr. Mouse.
People forget DJ Moore's first catch was a touchdown.
Bro, hey, what we ain't gonna do is we ain't gonna badmouth fucking Steve Smith up in
this. That's what we're not going
to do. Dude, he's the reason why I'm a Carolina Panthers fan, bro. We ain't doing that.
We're not bashing the player, G. We're bashing the analyst, the scout.
Why?
He's not batting.
Why? I don't give a fuck what we do. We ain't saying nothing about Steve Smith.
Steve Smith, the scout, has not been good, bro.
When?
There's been plenty of players that's been great, but not been worth the crap as an analyst or doing anything after that.
I mean, you can look at ton of them.
I mean, look. You tell me what players as Cooper Kupp. I know he was a fan of. That's one other than Cooper Kupp.
DJ Moore. He said, "Hey, he said the Carolina Panthers finally found a replacement for me."
He did.
And was that true?
And then he shitted on him over.
He was the best receiver since. He's the best receiver since Steve Smith.
That was absolutely true. We're not gonna diss DJ Moore like that.
No, let's cut to the nitty gritty.
That's who we
See, that's the problem with these fuck-ass fans,
DJ Moore got me through plenty of pitiful 5-win seasons.
If the NFL today was the
NFL
when Steve Smith was a rookie, Steve Smith would have been cut after he punched a wide receiver in the mouth in the film room. In today's NFL. In today's NFL, they don't like wide receivers like Steve Smith was, because that dog was a mean guy, and when a corner run their lip, he soon regretted it. They don't like wide receivers like that now. They call them troublemakers, and they go from team to team to team because nobody wants a troublemaker. The NFL couldn't handle Steve Smith then, and if you brought up another Steve Smith, they couldn't handle him now.
You remember what he said about
they can't handle them dogs no more.
What would his fines look like in the NFL right now?
Remember what he said about
God.
what?
Oh, about the taunting call where they had the new rule about taunting, like spinning the ball and shit. He's like, man, I would have been fined every day.
He would. And see, the other day people were bad-mouthing him, and they were saying about what he said to Dwayne Jarrett was wrong. Oh, I lit people up. I said, don't quote something you don't know nothing about. Don't quote an incident because you saw it on YouTube or you read it on a Facebook post once. Do you know what it's about? Don't run your lip. Dwayne Jarrett was a lazy son of a bitch who didn't belong in the NFL. And Steve Smith was the only single NFL player, coach, or scout, or agent that had the nerve to walk up to him in the middle of a press conference and called his ass out.
Exactly.
Bro, Dwayne Jarrett, don't get me started on that motherfucker. That's by far. Dwayne Jarrett, I swear to God, bro, top 3 worst Panther draft picks of all time, bro. I swear to God. Dwayne Jarrett is
He is the bitch of all bitches.
Y'all remember that draft? Keyshawn Johnson was there, and he was still on the Panthers, and he was excited about it. And they cut Keyshawn.
I get to mentor him 5 minutes later.
They cut.
Dude, Dwayne Jarrett. Oh, my God. Dude.
We had the nerve to cut the analyst that was on our team in the middle of the draft.
That's some balls.
That was us that did that.
Shout out to Rock Jones in the chat. Said it took Steve Smith 3 years to become a prime player. You're right.
He was a damn special teams player, wasn't he, Pickle?
He was
He Pro Bowl.
drafted by a third. And when he was drafted, the head coach looked him directly in the eye with the owner and the GM beside him and said, "You're a returner. Never forget that. That's all you will ever be in the NFL."
Yeah, but Moose changed that.
Yeah,
Moose changed all that.
Not really. If you listen to Moose and Steve Smith, if you listen to them, both when they put out podcasts together, Moose didn't like Steve Smith, and Steve Smith
Not to begin with.
That they didn't like each other at first, but
You're right.
they had to work together, so they developed a working relationship.
Shit, I probably wouldn't like Steve Smith
And then later
either.
on, they liked each other. But Moose's first response to Steve Smith was, "You a mouthy little fuck." That's his first thought.
Hey, Shaq didn't like Kobe at first.
And if it wasn't, and the reason why Steve Smith was told he couldn't do anything else was because he was short. That was the only reason.
Yeah, different
They
NFL.
didn't tell him he couldn't catch. They told him he couldn't run. He was too short.
Did anybody ever see the size of his calf? You talk about jump. It didn't matter how tall he was. His calves were so big, he were bigger than some people's thighs.
Pickle, I'm gonna give you this, G. I've been a Panther fan my whole entire life, dude.
Hey, hold up. Somebody has a crazy background noise. Alright, hold up. Jesus. That's you, Raleigh. I had to meet you, bro.
Somebody got some aliens.
Pickle, I've been a fan my entire life. Steve Smith is the reason why I'm a Panthers fan. Everything you're saying is absolutely correct, bro. Accurate and correct, G. And a lot of motherfucker fans, they haven't been fans that long back.
No, they haven't.
That far back, G. And for you to still remember and have all these emotions, G, that shit means a lot to me because I went through that same fucking shit, G. That same shit.
I wanted him to beat the shit out of Keith Talib. I swear.
Oh,
I hated
man.
that shit.
Iced up, son. Iced up.
I will always, and I mean this immensely, I don't hate a lot of people in player-wise. I don't. I just don't. There are certain players in this league that I will never respect. I will never like. If they were broke down on the middle of the interstate in a blizzard, their ass would stay there. I might give them the bird while I pass them. Hakeem Talib is one of them sons of bitches. He has no respect. He has no like. I don't respect him. I don't respect his wife or kids. I don't respect his mama. His mama should be shot for having
Oh yeah, no, his brother is an asshole. He's a piece of shit.
I don't know how he.
You know who brings up those thoughts for me? Vontez Perfect. Y'all remember in 2014 when the Panthers went to a draw with the Cincinnati Bengals?
And he twisted Greg Olsen and Cam Newton's ankle?
Yeah, man.
Fuck that motherfucker, bro.
He was out there trying to break our players' ankles, man. Fuck that.
So that reminds me.
Oh, damn.
Hey, Pickle, let me ask you this, G. And I want you to be honest. Be honest with this. I'm going to ask you this question. John Beeson, if it wasn't for John Beeson having them injuries, was he a better linebacker than Luke Kuechly?
No.
John
Beeson was.
I want this shit you're smoking.
John Beeson was better at stopping the run than Luke was. John Beeson was much better at doing that. When John Beeson tackled you, your ass knew it.
Yeah, you felt it.
Hey, Pickle, in their prime. In their prime, who are you taking? In their prime. No injuries. No injuries for John Beeson.
Look, G baby.
I'll take Luke.
Luke Kuechly knew the play before it even happened.
I kid you not, bro. When I watched John Beeson, G, He was the greatest linebacker I've ever seen besides fucking Luke Kuechly, Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, Brian Urlacher, and Ray fucking Lewis, bro. I promise you, bro.
I tell you what. Oh, boy, I'm going to piss a bunch of people
Beeson
off.
started middle linebacker, not Luke.
I'm going to say something, and I'm going to piss a lot of people off. I love Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly would be my one. My number 2 linebacker of Panther all time is John Beeson.
Yep.
John Beeson over Thomas Davis.
Thank you, fucking Pickle. See, this is how I know.
I agree with that. I would agree with that, but he's not better than Luke Kuechly. He's not better than Luke Kuechly, though.
What separates Luke and Beeson is Luke's brain. That's what.
Yeah, that's what my point was.
Beeson over Davis, man.
Now,
Davis
Cody, I understand that.
The vocal heart and souls.
Bro, Cody, I'm telling you right now, bro. If we're talking off a play, John Beeson was the itch, bro. I'm telling you, dog.
I'm not saying that he wasn't good. I'm saying
he was amazing, bro.
I got a Beeson jersey.
Wasn't the Thomas Davis you know of until after Luke got there.
There's
Thomas
a reason.
Davis before Luke got there wasn't as good as people think he was.
Yes.
He wasn't that good until Luke got there and taught him.
Yes.
Luke started at outside linebacker. He was never starting at middle linebacker.
Yes, thank you, White Chocolate. I'm telling you, John Beeson was that nigga, bro.
And you know what? For a very short time, y'all understand this. For a very short time, we actually had Luke
all three.
John
all
Beeson,
three, yep.
And Thomas Davis as our linebackers. Yep. That's when you had a GM that knew how to fucking draft linebackers. Unlike that worthless.
Fucking go, Pickle.
Get up, Pickle. Get up, Pickle.
What you Pickle?
And I was angry when they traded him to the Giants, but
pissed. I was hurt.
And he balled out with the Giants too. For his first year, I believe. They got hurt again.
So many things I could go into long conversation of how much I hate David Gettleman. David Gettleman stands right up here next.
He made John Beeson play through them fucking injuries, bro.
He did.
He didn't give a damn, bro. Didn't give a fuck about him. If John Beeson actually took a year off of football, bro.
If I was. The one thing I wish Ron Rivera would have not have done, and he's a respectful guy, so he did what he technically supposed to do, but I wouldn't have done it. when David Gettleman looked at Mike Tolbert and said, "You're too fat and out of shape to play football," and the only thing stopped him from kicking David Gettleman's ass in the middle of that office was Ron Rivera. If I was Ron, I'd say I'm out, yo. I'm out.
I would have said the same thing.
Bro, we have let go of so many great. Bro, Tolbert.
You makes you want to cry, don't it?
G-Baby, say, "Oh no, David Gettleman was great because he got us
I can't let G-Baby get away with this shit because you want to volunteer. Get rid of Brian Burns. You're one of those.
Brian Burns ain't great to me, G.
What are you talking about? Brian Burns is our best player, and you want to get rid of him.
Oh, he's not, dude.
Listen, dudes, everybody says that. I'm real tired of hearing it. And I'm going to say why.
He is our best player, bro.
People see a lot of great fucking Carolina Panther players.
But that ain't saying a lot because we ain't got no best player. We ain't got a lot of best players. If the highlight of our entire team is how great Brian Burns is, we ain't got much, yo.
He's not great. He's not great against the run.
Cody, is it still messing up?
Yeah, I'm hearing your volume in the background.
We in trouble.
What I wanted.
You act like this is new or something.
I want to answer G-Baby. The next best receiver after Steve Smith was actually a tight end called Greg Olsen.
100%.
And then after that,
I agree.
I meant more. We had a few fill-ins that didn't ever last. But Olsen, what did he get? Like 40% of the catches at least?
I agree. I 1,000% agree with you on that.
one of the most overrated players in NFL history, and I mean history, is Keyshawn Johnson.
I would disagree.
Overrated.
I disagree.
Overrated.
No, you don't. White talk.
I go back in, and that's what I hear. That's hilarious.
No, y'all hear how he talks about Bryce Young? It makes me want to slap him across the face, bro. He's just so disrespectful.
I mean, he wasn't. You know,
time out.
wasn't no good.
Wait, hold on. What did Keyshawn Johnson say about Bryce?
He's just always
you always talk about like how he's just way too undersized. Like you can't do nothing with them. Like as if like
he talks shit about the Panthers in general, though.
Well,
we cut him during the draft.
But just side chick or whatever. Like he is a whole hater of Bryce Young because of his size, and I think it's bullshit.
His nephew plays on the Saints. I don't give a damn about his thoughts.
But Pickle,
about
I disagree with you being him being an overrated player. That dude never had a consistent quarterback. Not for more than 1 year.
Okay,
he never had the same quarterback for the same year.
I ain't trying to hear that
every year.
Neither did Steve Smith. Neither did.
No, he had multiple.
A lot of that Kevin was his own fault.
Bullshit.
A lot of that was
he never had a quarterback the next year.
Neither did DJ Moore.
DJ Moore had the same quarterback next year.
I understand what you're saying. I do. I'm just saying a lot of that was his own fault. Because he would come in with his attitude. One minute he was buddies and we're going to work together. The next minute,
look up the quarterbacks he played with.
He was like, "Why didn't you throw to me? I was wide open," and he wasn't no more open than Terrence Marshall Jr. gets.
I mean, he had Brad Johnson throwing the ball though.
That's probably one of his better quarterbacks he played with.
Let me ask you though, why didn't of all his times he was a free agent? Why didn't he go to a superstar team?
He did. He went to Tampa Bay.
Because they probably already have good wide receivers.
He went to
Tampa Bay. Was a superstar team.
They were.
Yeah. How many Super Bowls you get?
He got one.
Okay. Yeah. Who was his coach?
Yeah, John
Gruden.
Okay. Who put the team together?
Tony Dungy.
Exactly. He was just a tag along. Be honest, he was just a tag along.
He just
tagged along behind all the other great receivers.
Yo, he had a season in Tampa where he had a touchdown in week 1 and didn't score the rest of the year. Fun fact about Keyshawn Johnson. Yeah.
Keyshawn always hates a team that he thinks disrespected him. And we signed him to like a 2 or 3 year deal. And at the end of that year, we cut him. And Steve Smith said, "Thank you for being here, but no thanks." And or something snide, and it pissed him off, and he's been mad. Him and Steve didn't make up, but just a few years ago.
Well, I mean, if you get cut during the NFL draft, you'd be probably pissed in the organization too.
Well,
you're on TV.
Absolutely.
Keyshawn deserved it.
Meeshawn.
Yeah. Give me the damn ball.
Meeshawn. He was Meeshawn.
JJ, you're right, though. He thinks he's the funniest guy in the room everywhere he goes. It does get kind of old, and he's a dumbass.
Does anybody actually laugh at his shit?
He is a dumbass. That's the thing. Like,
ESPN had a great morning show till they hired Keyshawn Johnson.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. Is that still what it is? I swear to God, I have not watched it.
No. Time out. Let me turn this back Panthers centric. How many more wins are on the schedule for the Panthers this year? I mean, how high are you
We are beating the Cowboys. That's what I do know.
Oh,
we're gonna beat the Cowboys.
All right.
We're going to beat the Cowboys.
Damn, JJ, you smoking G-Baby shit now?
We may lose to the Bears, but we're going to beat the Cowboys. All right.
When is the Cowboys game?
We're gonna beat
3
them.
weeks?
That's what I do know.
We're gonna beat them. I don't know when it is, but we're gonna beat them. Okay.
Exactly. All right. We need to win that game. All right.
What does it go? It goes Colts, Bears. Who's after the Bears?
I think it's Cowboys.
I think it's Cowboys.
Yeah.
We're about to win it. We're about to win out and beat the Cowboys.
Yep. Cody smoking that pack too. I said it.
We will lose to the Cowboys. That's what
I think we're gonna win 6 games this year.
We're gonna get. That's our signature win.
Hey, 6 games is almost playoffs.
I think we're gonna win the Colts and we're gonna win the Bears. We're gonna win 2.
It's the Cowboys. But like the Cowboys play to their competition every year. Like we've seen this. Man, that could be our signature win of the year, gang.
I just want to win enough games to where Chicago ain't got the best quarterback and the best wide receiver.
I can tell you we win.
That's all I want.
We're gonna beat the Colts, the Bears. We're gonna beat Atlanta again. We're gonna beat, Tampa.
All right, here's who we have up next.
And that's like 5. So I think one more.
So look, this is our
maybe.
schedule.
I don't know. The Saints looking good right now.
Look, this is our schedule in order. We have the Colts,
Win.
The Bears.
Win.
We have the Cowboys.
Loss.
JJ thinks that's a W.
Chill, white chocolate, bro.
We
have
are
some
not beating
fucking
the
faith,
Cowboys.
bro. And if we do,
baby,
that's mate weed.
For y'all,
What do you think?
Represent.
We're going
You
to
think
beat the
Iggy's going to
Cowboys.
protect Parsons? Iggy's going to stop Parsons?
Bryce
I'm not
is
saying
going
that.
to
There ain't nobody stopping that dude.
Better
We
run
are
away
going-
from him the whole game.
We're going undefeated rest of the year and to the Super Bowl.
What about the Tennessee Titans?
No.
Will Levis.
Yes, I'm going
I
to
think
that
Will
game.
Levis.
Nah, mayonnaise coffee dude's gonna be beating the shit out of us.
We're winning.
Oh,
We're
no,
We're gonna win.
He
We're gonna beat mayonnaise man.
He made
We're
Hopkins
winning.
relevant
We're
again.
winning.
Bryce
So
is
we're
not
gonna-
gonna lose
we're
to a
gonna-
rookie
Bryce Young will
quarterback.
go undefeated versus all the rookie quarterbacks.
Yes.
He made
Bryce Young's
Hopkins
not gonna
relevant.
lose to a
That
rookie QB.
mayonnaise monster.
Cody,
It
you should
sucks
love him.
that punk ass motherfucker Anthony Richardson's injured.
Cody, you
Bro,
should
no
love him.
Oh
motherfucker.
shit, that ruins one of the
Oh,
matchups.
yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah,
about that.
exactly.
Better for my
He
dude,
made
fuck my
Hopkins
fantasy
relevant
team.
again.
Yeah, but dude, honestly, fuck that fantasy team.
Who did
bro.
they play last week?
He
They
said
played the
his
Steelers
players
yesterday.
are relevant.
Pittsburgh.
About to
Did
say, I
the
know he-
Titans beat Pittsburgh?
No. He threw
They
an
did
interception
not.
at the end.
They did not win that game.
All
They
right,
did all that shit and lost.
Look. These are all the non-division games. All right, so
Go ahead.
we said the Colts, the Bears, the Cowboys, the Titans. Then we have the Green Bay Packers on Christmas Eve.
That's probably an L.
And they're not a great. I feel like the Packers are not a great team right now, though.
They're not
not.
great, but they're still good.
And then on the 31st, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road.
We're not gonna lose to Jacksonville.
bro. I just heard you say like 5 to 6 wins, dog.
Yeah. On the
5
year.
to 6 more wins. All right, who do you have us
No,
beating?
5 to
baby?
6 wins on the year.
Chicago.
9 and 8. Michael Wardrick, you're drinking something illegal.
Chicago. We're beating Chicago.
I agree.
We're beating the Colts.
I agree.
We're beating Jacksonville.
Oof.
We're beating
I don't know about
Tennessee.
that shit.
Eh.
We're beating Tennessee. Actually, I am scared about Jacksonville, but I'm a Panthers fan, bro.
Have faith.
I'll be
Green
off.
Bay.
Mountain.
What Trevor Lawrence is gonna be saying, keep pounding.
And who are we in with? What's
The
NFC
end of the
South team?
season is Tampa Bay.
We might get Tampa.
And right now, the New Orleans Saints are not.
I
putting
think
up
Saints
enough
are going to win
points.
it all. Win the
Dude, I
division.
just don't know how this offense is going to turn it around.
This division race.
And who we have.
Our offense was not better.
Little G, baby. Tell us who you think's going to win.
Exactly.
He don't give a
Shake
damn
his
about
head.
the Panthers, does he?
Wait.
No,
Not
he
even a
don't
little
give
bit.
damn about no
Not
damn
even a little bit.
He is not corrupted with the Panthers ruining his life. Don't put that on him, Pickle.
Yeah, my girlfriend's kid's a Saints fan, so
Pick Kansas City while you have a
Whoa, that
chance.
kid's gonna
Your
need treatment.
girlfriend's a Saints fan?
no, her kid is.
Oh.
He's gonna need therapy. I'm sorry.
I took him to a Panther game and they won. So hopefully that
Mm.
turns it around.
Some people can't be fixed, bro. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
She didn't even. Did she sing with you?
A few
Yeah.
souls will be lost.
Yeah.
But he saw the Saints blow out the Raiders.
10 and
and he was
7
like,
division
"All right,
champs.
this is time."
Wow.
Are they still playing Sweet Carolina? I swear to God, I better not hear that shit again.
Yep.
Yeah, can the Panthers beat division champs?
Not this year.
This year?
Why not?
No.
There's enough shitty teams to make that a conversation longer than it needs to be.
I'm not doing this again.
Wait a second.
Everybody's shitty.
Why can't we win the division?
But what's shittier, Cole?
Hey,
That's true.
who's next? Who's next to Cody on the screen?
I think it's JJ.
JJ.
Okay, all right, JJ. You sound like Anthony, bro.
Oh yeah.
Hell no.
Damn.
Everybody always says that. I can't tell that.
Yeah, I see a difference. I hear a difference.
I don't know. I don't know how anyone confuses JJ with Anthony.
They do it all the time.
I think you have to listen to them both long enough, and you actually know the difference. It's just
that could be it.
Because a lot of us listen to them on Twitter Spaces, and we listen to them here.
But sometimes
I
say that because they're young as hell. And
I just hear the Ohio State in his voice. That's how I can tell.
It tickles me when somebody that ain't used to them, they see him when they hear him, and they say, "Little boy, you go shut up in the corner."
Okay, hey, so check this out. You guys don't think that we can finish the season with 7 to 8 wins? Because I feel like 7 to 8 wins can win the division.
It can.
It's possible.
Don't give a damn what nobody thinks it can. And it has before.
Hey, I'm all for it.
7 to 8 is a lot.
We don't got that first round pick. Who cares?
We don't have no first round pick though. Why not?
Do we want to see our? Hold on. Do we want to see our team in the playoffs this year though?
And why not? I'm never gonna turn down a playoff game.
Never. Yeah. Once you're in the playoffs, it's any man's. It's any team's play,
bro. A playoff game.
It's gonna be murder. It's gonna be a murder.
I'll take it. Get in the dance.
Cole, you'll take murder? Is that what you said? You'll take murder?
Dance. For where we've been this year, get in the dance, and I'll take getting murdered in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, let's get this train going. Hey, if we can get past Indianapolis and the NFC South still loses, you all know I'm on the highest high.
That lost Sunday's gonna feel better.
Lost their quarterback, so.
I want to take away the number one pick from Chicago,
it's gonna be all worth it, man.
I don't want our pick to be the first pick in the draft for the Bears.
I don't either. I want to fuck over the Bears so damn bad. I swear.
100%, man.
And
I don't want them to have Marvin Harris.
Just the media. Fuck over the media. The media sits on the Panthers, bro.
No, they'll probably still get Marvin Harris.
Y'all know as well as I do. Chicago Bears suck at drafting anyway.
Oh yeah, they're horrible.
So
they're probably still getting Marvin Harrison Jr. for the second pick.
Yeah, if I was Marvin Harrison Jr. and they drafted me, I would retire right then.
You know who his daddy is?
No, after I signed my contract, then I'd retire.
You know who his daddy is, right? He ain't got the money.
Yeah.
He can sit.
Oh, he's got his NIL deal, bro. He's got his own money.
He already got his own money.
Yeah, he got his own money, dog. Dude, these college players and they're in it, bro. Yeah, bro. The Bears he's been a millionaire, dog. He was a millionaire last year, bro.
The Bears are drafting another quarterback, though, right?
You know who they're going to draft. They're going to draft the second UNC quarterback and then bust with his ass like they did the first one.
That ain't gonna happen. They're not going to get Marvin Harris and Drake May.
Damn, you're right.
It's not going to happen.
The second quarterback from UNC
that busted his ass, and I hope they do it.
Man, Drake May's way better than fucking what's his name.
And he's going to have the same damn career as Trubisky. It's going to be the same shit. Sam Howell, same exact shit.
They look overrated.
ACC sucks, and I watch them every single week. We're not going to talk about ACC defenses right now because I've been watching them every weekend for years. They all suck.
In general.
I only said that piss y'all.
College football is pretty stupid altogether, isn't it?
Cody, I got something for you in the closing anyway. You know what's coming.
Damn.
And I got something for Jake, too.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
JJ.
That 2-game losing streak, I sure do.
No.
JJ, since I got you on here, G, Michigan on some fuck shit, bro.
Is Michigan in trouble or not? We got to talk about for like 2 seconds.
Michigan on some fuck shit.
Hey, I
Ohio
saw
State hired than PIs?
I saw a report Ohio State hired the PIs.
That's the best rivalry. If you have private investigators on each team.
That shit's funny.
Toxic fuck was funny. Michigan, that's a real rivalry right there, man.
There's been plenty of rumors, actually, of the other schools actually finding out, though.
Cody,
Nah,
you wearing a
bro.
Clemson
I don't
shirt
give
right
a
now,
fuck.
too.
Hey,
Hell
if
yeah.
Michigan, if this shit is for real, Michigan needs to be stripped of that ranked title. They don't deserve no fucking playoff run.
But how many
sir.
how many
Fuck
teams do
that.
that shit though, but just don't get caught though?
Probably majority
Oh,
of them.
yeah.
Look at Deion
That's
Sanders.
that's my point. That's my point.
He's like, well, it ain't no big deal.
Hey, so I found this on Reddit. Somebody put what they see the win losses as. They see a W and a W against the Bears and the Colts. A loss to the Cowboys. Titans 50-50.
Oh,
I agree.
Bro,
I like the 50-50.
let's go, yo.
You're the Dak Prescott. Bro, we have the better quarterback in that matchup.
Oh my! All right.
That's still like 50-50. They got the
Hey,
right
we
game.
can.
Micah Parsons, I don't know why, man.
Are we going to stop Derrick Henry with our
Dude,
running defense?
Yes, we will.
That's 9 wins. I see 9 wins.
Well, I need you to pass what you're smoking, G baby.
Damn, no,
Pass
real
that shit.
optimistic
Light it and
about
pass
the
it.
free-for-all.
I'm not doing it
If we
again.
can finish with 9 wins, we can
Cody,
win the
I'm not doing it.
division, y'all.
I'm not doing it again.
No, I don't
Hey.
know. If
Hey, y'all,
Hey,
y'all,
hey, I'm gonna get y'all on this train if we beat Indianapolis. I promise.
Michigan's fired somebody.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't Harbaugh, is it?
No, you fired the
They ain't
guy.
firing Harbaugh.
I was about to say that'd be some
They
real
fired
news.
That's not gonna
Connor
happen.
Stallion, the football analyst at the heart
They-
of the sign stealing.
Did you hear about the rumor that Harbaugh is trying to listen to the Chicago Bears head coaching job?
Yeah, he
Hoping that. Yeah.
Yeah, Harbaugh needs to go to the Raiders.
Nah,
Mm.
Oh yeah, did we talk about McDaniels being fired in the middle of the night?
We have
Nah,
not.
Josh McDaniels and their general manager for the Raiders.
Goodbye.
Yo,
Can, like,
his buddy Tom Brady owns part of the team. They still fired him.
yeah, dude, it was like 1 o'clock at night Eastern.
That man
time.
was asleep.
Cody, I really think they gave him $40 million and told him to go away.
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that on Twitter.
Hey, listen, it's
Hey,
all right.
I'll do whatever the hell you
Anybody-
want for $40 million.
Shit, what door you want me to go out of?
Tired of seeing Panther Pickle on online period, you slid my ass $40 million and you'll never see me again.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's what I'm
Right?
saying,
Hey,
bro.
Right?
Deuces later, y'all. Yeah, no.
He's like, I don't have to walk on eggshells anymore.
But hey, isn't that funny though that yeah, Tom Brady would have been a Raiders, but 2 coaches said no to him.
I
That's
know how much
kind
you
of
got in the
wild.
bank.
Who said
That's
no?
crazy. They's gonna get Gronk too, Cody. They's gonna get Gronk too.
What? He said
That
no?
was
Well,
true.
John Gruden and I believe McDaniel said no to him.
I remember John Gruden did.
Y'all catch this out. I tell y'all that I'd give $40 million. If somebody gives me $40 million, I'd come out. My smart ass wife over here says I'll give you $1 if you get off there. But I know how much. But I told her it's gonna cost more than $1 for me to get off here.
I know. That's not going to get you shit in this world right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You can't get no McDonald's for that shit.
It'll take more than $1 to make him holler. You know. what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Mm.
More than $1 to make him holler. Hey man, here's what I'm gonna do, man. We're closing in on 3 hours. Give me your final score prediction and your player of the game. Who is going to be the player of the game for the Carolina Panthers or the Colts? If you feel like the Colts are going to run all over our ass.
All right. I got somebody who's gonna knock everybody's socks off.
All right, Pickle, lead us off.
All right. I think we're going to win 24-14. The player of the game will come out with 3 sacks and 2 tip balls, the shitload of tackles, is DJ Johnson.
Come on.
Damn.
All right.
DJ
Nobody
Johnson.
was expecting a DJ Johnson sighting.
Okay.
Let
He's
alone-
He's smoking that pack for real.
A lot
Hey,
of
he's
reps for
gotta
him
show
coming
up.
up.
With Houston out, YGM out, somebody got to step up. Yeah,
That's
I
what
think
that team
him
out.
and Barno
Yeah.
gonna get a lot of reps.
Hey, DJ Johnson. I'm sorry.
Well, it could be Barno, but
Hey,
I don't think it's
set that
Barno.
bar high, Pickle.
Somebody
Said
got to step
DJ
up.
Johnson. Oh my God.
That man's same age
Smart
as
ass in the red
Brown.
Ohio outfit. You tell me what you think.
Yeah, Jay. I think that means you're next, bud.
Do yourself a favor. Don't pick somebody that everybody already knows.
That's not fair because I was gonna pick an easy one.
Me too.
Well, JJ, what's your final score, and who will be your player of
He's
the
doing
game?
that Michigan thinking.
He's recording other.
Go Blue.
He's hiring another PI right now.
Yeah.
Are you on mute, JJ?
Come on, JJ, bring that heat, man. Who's the player of the game, and what's the final score going to be, man?
Player of the game. Don't know who will be the best player on the football field for the Panthers, but I do expect DJ Chark to actually have a big game. That's who I'm expecting to have a better game and finally connect on a deep ball with Bryce Young. I don't even know if we're going to win. I'm going to be honest. I think it will be a close game. I know they got DeForest Buckner on their D-line. I don't know anybody else for them on their defense, but shit, I guess we'll win 21-18. That's what we'll do. We'll win 21-18.
Somebody done sucked the life out of JJ. This man said every week we're going to win. He's like, I don't know about this week, though.
Hey, man.
I was debating to pick the Colts because every time I don't pick the Panthers, we win. So.
Yeah,
You're picking them then.
Yeah, he didn't pick us last week.
That's that reverse jinx for you. I like that. Raleigh, if you're still there, man, give me your final opinion for final score and player of the game.
I'd say it's probably going to be like 2013, somewhat low scoring game, but I have a feeling that Trimble's going to get another touchdown, and possibly you always got to count Thielen in, but I think we're going to work in some more run plays and RPOs, so don't count the tight ends out and the people whose jobs are on their line as far as like against Hubbard. So I think 2013 and the player of the game probably going to be the kicker again, Pinero, if he doesn't miss too many extra points.
All right, we made it through it. 2013.
I'm alive.
As the player. Thank God we are alive. My man, Jake, talk to me, man. Who's going to be the player of the game? And
man, I'm going to pick an easy one. I don't care what y'all want to say. Adam Thielen, player of the game, going 21-17 our way.
Cop out.
All right, I like that. 21-17, Adam Thielen. Pickle said it's a cop-out answer, but it's all right. It is all, and you know what? You're probably not wrong. Shout out to Dopey Nightlife TV in the chat. It says, Cody, I got Carolina 27-14. I feel that. Let me pass it over to the homie G Baby. G Baby, put that orange Fanta down for just a minute, bro, and tell me. No, I know, bro. I already know, bro. That orange Fanta. That's on.
You're drinking Fago.
Hey man, give me your final score and your player of the game.
I got 35-10 for Carolina. I got Bryce over 300 yards passing, 3 passing TDs. I got Chuba Hubbard over 60 yards rushing with a TD as well. And we finna ball out fucking Sunday. I promise you, boys. We finna ball out on Sunday.
All right.
Yeah, G baby.
Touchdown. All right, I like that. Let me go to the homie Cole. C3 Cole, check that man out whenever we do the film room.
2-6, here we come.
Let's fucking go, man. We gotta start somewhere.
Cody,
what's up, bro?
I'm going to give you a cop-out answer. The player of the game is going to be Adam Thielen, but it's because he's going to have 2 touchdowns this game, and Adam Thielen will make the damn Pro Bowl, and the push for that shit will start on Sunday.
Tell him, Cole. Winner of the game,
Carolina Panthers
Adam Thielen made
23-13.
the
I'm almost
Pro
there with Pickle.
If Adam Thielen made the fucking Pro Bowl over a lot of these,
He's
other
going
NFL
to.
Bro, if he did though, like, yes, if he did, I'm copping his jersey for. Like,
He's gonna make the Pro Bowl.
That white boy cold, boy.
I mean,
Joe, my man White Chocolate Espresso will be present at the game this Sunday. Kev, what's your final score and who's the player of the game, bro?
I think the game goes to overtime, and Bryce leads down the field, scores the game-winning touchdown in overtime, 28-21. I think Adam Thielen has 100 yards and a touchdown. I think Mingo has 100 yards and a touchdown. And I think Bryce is going to be the player of the game.
And I want that Mingo jersey that y'all can give away.
Not Mingo.
That'll be a Mingo jersey day.
Mingo jersey, mine. Y'all understand it.
All right, I'm gonna go next because if you know, you know. The brand ambassador always goes
Got to.
last on the Friday.
Chug that beer, homie.
I'm saying 27-24. Carolina
Let's
wins.
go.
Carolina wins on another last-second field goal by Eddie Pinheiro. And my man Frank.
Eddie is money. Eddie is money, baby.
My man Frankie Louvu is going to have another 10 tackles and 2 sacks. Let's go, baby.
I like that.
Hell.
Let's go.
Yeah. Last, but certainly not least, the Reverend C3's brand ambassador, Diesel Skills, my brother. I need your final score, and I need your player of the game. Oh, Diesel.
Can't hear you.
Yep. No, I'm fine. Just took me a second to reconnect. We're good to go. To start off, when I wind this thing up, man, I want you guys to cheer with me and let's cheer on these Panthers Sunday. Unmute your mics and let's make some noise for the Panthers and let's just have a good time. First of all, like I said earlier, like I said to start off the show, it's a salute to service game. So shout out to all those people that serve for this great country. Second of all, it's a Frank Reich revenge game, right? So we're looking for Frank Reich to get some revenge off the guys that fired him last year. And I truly believe the players are going to play hard for him and give him the opportunity to do that. On offense, player of the game, let's go, G baby. On offense, I'm gonna go Austin Corbett. We won with Austin Corbett just his first game back, along with Thomas Brown's first game play calling for the Panthers. There's a lot of things to be optimistic about here. But the thing is, we need somebody on the defensive side of the ball, especially in the secondary, to step up. So I'm gonna go C.J. Henderson. Where you been, bro? Where you been, CJ? We need you. We need you coming up Sunday. We need you to get a pick, maybe even 2 picks, some pass pickups. Let's we remember Lawrence Owen kept saying that that Minshew would break down late in the game and turn the ball over. So maybe he'll throw that ball to CJ Henderson, for a pick 6, and that'll be our path to victory for the Panthers. Now, score prediction, I'm not going to give you one tonight, guys, because I have jinxed this team all year, so I'm just going to lay out on that, and we'll go with y'all's predictions on the score. But you know who I'm cheering for. I'm cheering for these Panthers, guys. So let's go. Let's go C3 Panthers Podcast. Let's talk about Anthony Piccarello and C3 JJ starting spaces on Monday. Make sure you guys join. If you're not on Twitter, you need to get on there now and check out that space. Thursday, the big game. That's right. The Thursday night game, me and Panther Pickle, along with Cole, we're going to be leading into the game, and we're even going to start early. We're going to do an extra long space. We're going to get everybody in there for that Thursday night game against the Bears. So we're cheering for the Panthers this Sunday. Frank Reich revenge game, along with a salute to our military and all those that serve this great nation. Let's cheer for the Panthers, guys. Let's close out this Friday free-for-all. It's been great to be a part of you guys, and let's go Panthers.
Go, Panthers.
Keep pounding.
Keep pounding.
Let's go. Keep pounding, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. Good man. Keep pounding.
Hey, C3 Nation.
Hamburger.
That's another edition of the Friday Free for All. I'm your host, Cody Lashing. We'll be back 30 minutes after the game.
Oh shit, that's C3 Cole in here?
Yeah, man. That's the
Oh, what the fuck is up, G?
He better be smoking that loud.
Yeah.
Hey, what's good, G?
Man, you look like how I feel right now, bro.
Damn. I just barely see your name. I was like, damn, okay, that's my dog.
Yeah, that's my dog.
All right, man. What's good with you, man?
Until next time, baby. Keep pounding.
Keep pounding.